What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch-along today. The men's FA Cup final, Chelsea against Liverpool, live from Wembley. Massive game as Liverpool hunt down a potential quadruple. Chelsea looking for their first and only trophy that they can win this season. And, you know, in years gone by, it would have been Arsenal in this cup final, but this year, of course, no trophies. But a big game at Wembley. Strange kickoff time as well. And also, strange that the game is mid-season. The FA Cup usually is always at the back end of the season, which is interesting. But hey, big game, people. Big up to everyone in the chat. Hope you're well. Big up the C unit. Big up your damn selves. Big up everyone watching on Twitch and on YouTube. Hope you are well. A lot of usual faces in here. Big game today. Let me slow it down a little bit. I'm not even going to say Eric Dyer mode. I'm actually going to call it Granit Xhaka mode after what we saw the other day. He's earned the right to that name again after that shambolic performance from Arsenal. But I'm going to try not to talk about Arsenal too much today because, to be honest, I'm still disgusted over what happened on Thursday night. Shaquille said, the man, the myth, the legend, Big C unit, big up your damn self. Alvin said, Forest hanging on. I have got the Forest game on in the background while we wait for the FA Cup final to start. Forest, of course, my hometown club. They're winning 1-0 at the moment in the playoff semi-final. COD Central, big up the Twitch gang. Saeed and Ranson Troops is mad. What's happened? What's happened with them? What, are they collabing together? I don't know what's going on. Let me know. Keep me up to date, people. King Boba said, we've got Super Mickey Ross, though, so Invincible is on next season. Yeah, if only, man, if only. Cormac said, Curtis, what's the story? Have you got over the horror show Thursday? I haven't. You know, I've honestly tried to put them out of my mind. It's a nice weekend. The sun is out. You know, forget it. Let's just, you know, we'll talk about Arsenal tomorrow as we look ahead to the Newcastle game and all of that, people. Big C, we should never play a black five again. I mean, that summed up Arsenal, didn't it? Again, they're putting spelling mistakes in again. It's crazy, man. LS said, big up watching from San Diego. Hope you are well. They've been sending disses at each other. I mean, listen, I hope it's just like friendly banter, man. Obviously, I haven't heard anything. But hey, it is what it is, innit? Far from collaborating. Man. But hey, let's look ahead to the game. 15 minutes till kickoff. Chelsea against Liverpool. I mean, I know who I think's going to win this game, but it is what it is. So let's get the team lineups up and then we'll get your predictions and let me know who you think's going to win and what the score's going to be, people. So this is the Chelsea lineup today. Mendy in goal. Back three or back five. Chalobah, Thiago Silva and Rudiger are the three centre-backs. Reece James and Alonso are their two wing-backs. Kovacic and Jorginho are their two in midfield. Front three, Mason Mount, Lukaku and Pulisic. I actually think that they could be a better team having Lukaku. I know Lukaku's had a lot of criticism this season, but I just think it gives them that outlet, that focal point to go up against Van Dijk, to go up against the Liverpool centre-backs and try and rough them up a little bit. In this game, and I believe he's got 3 goals in his last 2 games. So listen, I think you know, you've got to play the man in form. You paid nearly 100 million for him. Sometimes I think clubs quickly, you have one bad season, they sell you. Where sometimes you've actually got to say, you know what, you paid 100 million for him, make it work, figure out a way to get the best out of him. There's no doubt he's got a great goal record. He's just not settled in this time at Chelsea, in my opinion. So Lukaku starts. On the bench, they've got Kepa, Azpilicueta, Malang Sarr, and N'Golo Kante. I actually thought Kante might start this game. Loftus-Cheek, Saul, Barkley, Werner, and Ziyech. I mean, when you look at their squad, they've got so many. They've got so many players. High-profile players. You look at that bench, there isn't one like young, unestablished player that you've never heard of. You know, they're all international players, well-established. Forest, yes, 2-0 to Forest. Sorry about that, people. Hometown bias kicking in. Forest lead 2-0. Hopefully they make the Prem. I really want to see them get back in the Prem. But yeah, no babies on the bench. Saul, Barkley, Werner, Ziyech, Kante, players that would start for most other clubs. So there's your Chelsea lineup. Listen, they've always got a decent team. Kid, who is a Chelsea fan, said Kante is one of the best midfielders of all time. I mean, listen, he's kind of the evolution of Claude Makelele, isn't he, I think? Makelele used to play that role, sitting in front of the back four. Kante was kind of the box-to-box. I don't think I've seen a midfielder who covered more ground than him. He's just unbelievable. He is an unbelievable player. How long's it been since Forest been in the Prem? I think it's over 20 years, I believe, since they've been in the Prem. Roland said, Curtis, big up Celtic for winning the Scottish League. Didn't know they also sang You'll Never Walk Alone. That song got me, not going to lie. It's epic, isn't it? It's an epic song, definitely. Let's have a look at the Liverpool team. And they've gone strong, as you can imagine. They want to win this quadruple, even though the Premier League looks like it might have gone for them. I can't lie. As you can see, Alisson in goal. Trent Alexander at right back. They've gone with Konate and Van Dijk. Interesting. I thought they might have gone with Matip ahead of Konate, if I'm being honest. I think he's a little bit more steady than Konate. I think Konate has a massive future, but I think he has got a mistake in him where I think Matip's a little bit more steady. They've gone with Konate and Van Dijk, maybe the physical presence to deal with Lukaku. Robertson at left back. Henderson, Thiago and Keita. Big loss for Liverpool. No Fabinho. He was injured midweek against Aston Villa. He misses this game. For me, Fabinho has probably been Liverpool's best midfielder this season. A player that Arsenal tried to sign under Unai Emery. And he's been immense. One of the best defensive midfielders in Europe, in my opinion. So how are they going to deal without his physicality in the middle? Thiago and Keita. Keita, listen, I have a lot of debates with Liverpool fans about Keita. I don't particularly rate him. He's energetic. He gets about. I don't think he's that good, but Liverpool fans seem to really rate him. And then their front three is, it's blockbuster. I mean, Diaz, Salah and Mane. At one stage, you would have thought nobody could break up that Firmino, Salah and Mane. Then Jota comes in, scores about 20 goals, and you're like, okay, someone's broke it up. And then Diaz comes in, and it's like, wow, you've even gone a step further. Diaz, for me, I would say, I think he's going to be a superstar. Jota is a good player. I rate Jota, but I think Diaz looks like he can go that one step further and get on the level that kind of Salah and Mane are at for Liverpool. Unbelievable player. And for the price they paid for him, it's just outstanding. On their bench, Kelleher, Milner, Firmino, Gomez, Jones, Jota, Tsimikas, Origi, and Matip. So, I mean, Origi, Firmino, Jota. You got three strikers there that you can bring on and score a goal. An embarrassment of riches, let's be honest. I always think from an Arsenal point of view, but I'm not capping right now. Origi would start for Arsenal. Firmino would start. Jota would start. It's crazy. And that's the kind of squad you need if you're going to compete at that top level. You need match winners to come off the bench. Echo said, I miss Diaz at Porto. Clement said Diaz is a baller, top player. Howie said Diaz is a Suarez regen player, that low centre of gravity, that South American heart, great footwork. Prince Teddy said Mane to score the first goal. Diaz's touch is incredible. Will Diaz ultimately replace Salah, and will Firmino look for a way out for regular football? Firmino, I think, has got a year left on his contract. I always think when it's a World Cup year, if players aren't starting every week, they'll start looking for a move because you can't afford to sit on the bench in a World Cup year. That is for damn sure, people. Did you see the Arsenal transfers? Fabrizio tweeted. I mean, just briefly. Just 30, 40 seconds. I don't want to talk about this for long. It's not an Arsenal stream. Arsenal apparently are on the verge of signing a young Brazilian winger called Marquinhos from Sao Paulo. Apparently, he's valued at about £15 million, but his contract's running out, and we're getting him for about €3 million, so about £2.5 million, I believe. Don't know much about him. He's a winger. Get on YouTube, have a look at him. He's meant to be a bright talent. I don't mind Arsenal signing young Brazilians. There is definitely an untapped market there, and you would like to think that Edu knows some of them, having worked with the Brazilian national team. Don't know much about him. I can't say too much in that sense. The other one, he says that Arsenal are preparing an official offer for Gabriel Jesus. It seems this €50 million offer that we heard the other day, was it official or not? I don't know. But Fabrizio tweeted earlier today that Arsenal are on the verge of making an offer. Now, I would imagine any deal for Gabriel Jesus will involve Champions League football. So I think people will be sitting there and waiting to see what happens in the next week. We'll know a lot more by Monday evening when it comes to Arsenal. Man said, I thought it was Marquinhos from PSG. If only, man. If only. Forest, though, yeah. Forest flying 2-0 up. Big up Pang, who said, shout out Curtis Shaw TV, the sharpest. Big up your damn self. Kemar said, well, this should be a stress-free live stream from an Arsenal point of view. Listen, it takes days to get over Arsenal. Before we look at them again. I am king. Listen, you know, we're on similar wavelengths here, bro. This is what I'm saying. Liverpool, this is where we're trying to get to. Liverpool and Man City, even Chelsea. You know, we're not far behind in terms of league position. They've got players on the bench that walk into our team. We've got players in our team that wouldn't get on their bench. Flip it round. They've got players on the bench that would get in our team. We've got players in the team that wouldn't get on their bench. That's the problem. You know, like we said there, you look at Liverpool. Origi starts for Arsenal right now. Better than Lacazette as a goal scorer. Better than Nketiah. Firmino, Jota on the bench. Yet we're talking about Eddie getting a new deal. You've got to lift the standard. I know he's a young player. I know people love HLM boys. But sometimes you've got to let them go, you know. So yeah, we're gonna have to push. But listen, we got a massive week, Arsenal, massive. You know, I thought that Tottenham game was the biggest game of the season, but this Newcastle game is a worry for me. I can't lie. In terms of the centre backs as well. Buenos Aires Guna, happy Saturday to Curtis and the C Unit. Monday can't come quick enough. Well, it depends how you look at it. I can't wait for Monday to see us play. At the same time, I'm trying to enjoy my weekend because I know these lot will just probably mash up the week on Monday, but it's a must-win. For me, if we don't win on Monday, I think the season's over. If we do win, I think we're in a fantastic position because I think we can beat Everton at home. I'm hoping Everton win this weekend so that they're safe before they play against us. And I think if they're already safe, come on, Forest. Oh, it could have been 3-0. If they're already safe, I think we'll beat them comfortably. But this game on Monday is going to be a worry. CP Woodgate, do you think Burnley can get a result early kickoff? I'll be honest, I've got absolutely no expectation or hope that Burnley are getting anything out of that game. If Burnley get anything out of that game, I'll be shocked. I think Tottenham, they'll be flying. They've just beat us. They're at home. I don't see Burnley getting anything. They just lost 3-0, I think, to Aston Villa. So I'd love to say, yeah, and listen, I'll have the game on, but I'm not keeping any hope on that game. I'm already writing it off. Buenos Aires Gunnar said, agree, we drop points on Monday, and if Spurs win, it's over. Yeah, simple as that. Go there and draw or lose, and league's done. That's it. Europa League Thursday night business. So Klopp gives me Wenger vibes. I would say the early Wenger, when Wenger was a beast, not the latter Wenger. Can Kane do a Sol Campbell? I'd love it. I would love it, but it won't happen. Khalid said, I want to get over Monday match because I don't want the UEFA Champions League stress anymore. That's all. Captain Sal said, I'm nervous now massively. Amanda, will you stream the Spurs game? I'm going to be honest, I'm not streaming it. I'm out tomorrow. Cruz has got a football tournament. So I'm gonna have it on my phone while I'm traveling. So I won't be streaming it, unfortunately, people. Kid said, let's concentrate on this game anyway. We've spoke Arsenal. We'll speak Arsenal tomorrow as well. I might do a preview show tomorrow evening when I get back. Kid said, nervous but channeling positive energy. Let's look ahead to this game. FA Cup final, big game. Never seen an FA Cup final mid-season well, not mid-season, but before the last game of the Premier League season. I think they moved it because of the Champions League date, and they've brought forward international qualifiers. So they've moved this. This is a big game because Chelsea are under... People have asked question marks over Thomas Tuchel, and I think he's done a decent job. I know Chelsea fans are probably disappointed. They won the Champions League. A lot of people tipped them to win the Premier League this season. I didn't. I tipped Liverpool. Doesn't look like that's going to be right, but they're going to be close. But I think for them, they need to get a trophy just to, Chelsea... I think it will settle the nerves. It will put the new owners in a better position, more positivity. I think if Chelsea come out of this season with no trophies, pressure will start on the manager. Chelsea fans demand, they've got high expectations. So I think for them, they're really going to want to win this game. In terms of Liverpool, I think the Premier League's probably gone now for them, unless Manchester City get beat. Manchester City could lose to West Ham. I can't lie. They could lose away at West Ham. They've got a lot of injury problems at the moment. I think the problem is that goal difference now is so high. 7-goal spin is needed for Liverpool. They're 3 points behind on the same games. Liverpool really would need Man City to lose by maybe 2, and then they go and beat Southampton by 4 or 5. Unless that happens, I think it's probably over for Liverpool. But Liverpool will still be thinking Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Champions League would be a remarkable season for them. So, I think, Klopp will be fired up. I'm going to be honest. I'm going for 2-1 to Liverpool. I think Liverpool will beat Chelsea. I think this will be a tight game. But I think Liverpool will just have too much. Chalobah's a decent young player, but I think it will be a tough game for them. I really do. Kovacic turns into Zidane versus Liverpool. He's a player I rate very, very highly. I would have loved Arsenal to have signed him when he was at Madrid. You go and get Kovacic, we get Dani Ceballos. Something just ain't right, is it? Patrick said, the club don't want Champions League football. They will bottle it. Listen, I hope we don't. I've said many times, I don't believe Arsenal really, really want Champions League. I'm talking about at board level and ownership level. I think it will push them financially, and I'm not sure they're about that life. Broad said, Jared Bowen, mate, come on, you Irons. I genuinely believe Broads has got shares in Jared Bowen, the way he caps for him. Now, I'm not going to lie, he's a baller. I like him. He's good. I think clubs will look at him. I really do. I think clubs will look at him, but he'd be expensive, man. 3-1 to Liverpool, said that guy D. John saying 3-1. Yeah, no more Arsenal talk. Listen, it always ends up finding its way into the conversation, man, but I'm trying not to. Mason Mount, who Broads is talking about here, Mason Mount's been talking about this game, saying that Chelsea are looking for revenge, this, that, the other. Do you know what is with Mason Mount? He's a player, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be totally honest. I always had this opinion that Mason Mount was slightly overrated. I'm going to be totally honest. I always thought, this guy Mason Mount pops up with the odd goal, but he's a little bit overrated. I'll be honest with you, what I've seen of him this season, I think he's a proper player. I think he's a proper player. Goal-scoring midfielder, clever, can play in the 8, can play in the 10, can play off the wing. I don't particularly like him when he plays for England. I got to be honest. I don't know if that's just, we've seen that over the years. Top players go and play for England and don't look the same. But Mason Mount for Chelsea is a top baller. I can't lie. Oh, Forest were nearly in. And he is a good player. He is. He's produced numbers this season as well. So will that come back to bite him? He's talking about revenge. Let's see. That game's about to kick off in 2 minutes. I will turn over. Shaquille said, clip it. I have a feeling that Liverpool won't win another trophy this season. Interesting. Broad said, Mason Mount is a bit of a Thomas Muller. Need him in the team, but not outstanding. Just very clever. Very clever. I always remember a coach who used to coach some of our training sessions. He said something to me once about attacking midfielders or kind of centre forwards. And he said, as coaches, they study Thomas Muller. He's not the most glamorous, he plays in plain boots. Nobody really talks about him, but he said, as a coach, he's a player that you study, the way he trains, the way he moves, the way he finishes, the way he gets in between the lines and he's difficult to pick up. Coaches love Thomas Muller. But he's a player that as fans, we don't really talk about him. I'm not saying that Mount is on that level, but I believe he can be that elusive goal-scoring midfielder. That's very difficult to pick up. Al said Mount is one of the best English midfielders right now. Curtis, this will go to a penalty shootout. I mean, it's always exciting. It's always exciting. Baby said Arsenal v Forest watch-alongs next season going to be a hard one. Nah, listen, I want Arsenal to win always, man. Even against Forest. We've played them a few times in the Cup. They could be in here. Jed Spence puts it wide. Reece James or Trent? Well, you know me, people. I'm a Trent fan. Do you know what? I think Reece James is a better defender than Trent. I think Trent's better going forward than Reece James. So it's preference. I'm a bit of a... I love the techers. I'm an attacking player. So I love the attacking. So I go for Trent. Reece James is definitely a better defender. Right, let's turn it on. Oh, my days. I've done you dirty here, people. The game's a minute in. And I've only just turned it on. Right, so we're underway. Apologies. My timer's a minute behind. So forgive me, people. I'm there watching the Forest game. The game's underway. FA Cup final. We're there, people. We're there. Big up to the community. Man are like, can you put the timer on? I didn't even know the game had kicked off. James is better defensively, but Trent has got sauce. He's got pure techers, man. Liverpool playing in red, Chelsea playing in yellow. Did you get Cruz the Man City shirt? Nah, man. He's sticking by us, man. He's sticking by us. King, Gambian, Guna, Trent right now, but Reece has more potential, needs to stay fit. The problem is, I'll tell you the first problem with Trent. He doesn't play like an English right back. So Trent will probably never be England's first choice fullback because we don't play like that. We don't play a European style of football. In England, we look at the deficiencies of a player rather than the qualities of a player. Trent, if Trent was French, he'd play for France. If he was Spanish, he'd play for Spain because they'd go, he's unbelievable on the ball and he's a steady defender. But in England, we go, oh, he's not a great defender though, is he? He's not a great defender. And that's the problem. When Kyle Walker stops playing right back for England, it will probably be Reece James because Trent wouldn't thrive in the England team because we don't play like that. He's probably playing for the wrong country, to be honest. And that's the problem with English football. This is why England don't win national tournaments because we're afraid to play like that and play on the front foot and try and dominate the game. And that's why England come up short when they come up against better opposition. Cruz with Haaland on the back. Yeah, man, listen. He said he ain't going nowhere, man. I think Liverpool will win this game 2-1, people. That was my prediction today. Game's on the BBC if anyone wants to tune in. John said, large up, Big C and your family. Beautiful weather. Crank up the likes for the brother. Big up, everyone. Great weather today in the UK. We're starved of sunshine over here. So when the sun's out, we're just gassed. You know what I mean? We love it. I Am King said, big up Forest. I have a soft spot for them. It was 1998, Arsenal v Forest. That 2-1 win made me an Arsenal fan. There you go. Good times. Family podcast, big up. You think Lukaku goes in the summer? I think they'll keep him for one more year. I think if you've invested that much money in him and you haven't got Abramovich no more, I'd give him one more season if I was them and try and play to his strengths a little bit more. Is Diaz in the penalty area? Diaz whips it in. Oh, just missed at the back post by Thiago. Trent keeps it in. Skips inside, crosses it in on his left foot header. Oh, it goes over the crossbar by Salah. Good start by Liverpool there. First chance of the cup final. It's the FA Cup final. Jeez, man. But good play there by Diaz. Sharp on that left-hand side. No, Fabinho is massive. Yeah, they're going to lack that physical presence, man. Shaquille said, imagine Trent in the Brazilian or Argentine squad. Listen, he was from any of them countries, man. He'd be starting. They'd be loving him. That's the problem. Forgot this was on. Apparently, it's on the BBC and ITV, but I just prefer no adverts. So yeah, take your pick, whatever commentary you prefer. I don't get why Chelsea are in yellow. Surely blue and red is not really a. Surely blue and red is not really a clash. Anthony said Arteta has got to get our wide men off the touchline and affecting the game more centrally. I agree with that. I'm hearing a lot of Martinelli stick, but all I ever see is him standing up the fullback or playing at left back. Totally agree. Totally agree. Some people saying the camera's out of focus. I hope not, people. I hope not. I'll have to check that if anything's going wrong. Let me know if the camera's all right for everyone. I know some people have said they've had a bit of delay sometimes. Clock is not good. Yeah, apologies, man. I was caught up in the Forest game, so I'm a minute behind, people. We'll get it back to in sync at half time. Oh, Sheffield United got a goal back. Oh, poor defending, free header. Danny said, Big C, how's it going? G, still fuming from the Spurs game. My neighbour dropped a Spurs shirt through my letterbox. That is elite trolling, by the way. That is harsh. I would have burnt that real quick. Big up, Dre. Hope you're well, my bro. He said, your camera is fine. Big up, Waff Teta said the camera is good. Waff Teta for real, man. The BBC coverage he's saying is a bit out of focus. Ball whipped in, Liverpool corner, headed away at the near post. It definitely don't look the same either watching Chelsea in yellow. Surely they should have been in their blue kit. Salah keeps the ball in. No, it goes out for a goal kick. Jorginho is a penalty merchant. I think they're talking about letting him go, aren't they, in the summer? Even Kante, I've seen Kante linked with moves as well. Khalid said, Big C, what's your favourite FA Cup final match? I would have to say, do you know the one I loved, right? I loved when we beat Chelsea. I loved the one when we beat Chelsea when Sanchez scored late on, when it went to extra time. No, it was Sanchez scored the volley, sorry. Sanchez scored the volley when they put their arm up, they thought he was offside and he volleys it. I think Courtois was in goal. I love that one. Here's Diaz, great pace, pulls it back. Oh, goes past Salah and Mane. Yeah, I love that one. I love the one, obviously, when we beat Hull because we needed that trophy. We're 2-0 down. I remember I was on holiday and I'm thinking, yeah, Hull City light work, we'll win this 3-0. All of a sudden, we're 2-0 down. I'm like, nah, if we lose this, I'm getting a flight back. But yeah, I love the Hull City one. I love the Chelsea one. And I love John's just put it, the Aubameyang dink. I love that one as well. The only thing with that, there was no fans in the stadium. Atmosphere wasn't the same. So I love that one. I love that one. You're right, yeah. Gerrard against West Ham. I think overall in footballing terms, that was unbelievable. But obviously from an Arsenal point of view, the Ramsey header one against Chelsea, that was epic as well, man. I love that. NR11 said, big up Curtis. England will never win until your media and fan culture. Oh, chance. Oh, Diaz shot saved. Comes out to Naby Keita. Oh, he puts it wide at the near post. Liverpool should be a goal up. Luis Diaz there. Absolutely electric pace. And that's a great save by Mendy. Diaz is rapid, by the way. I didn't even know he was that quick. Trent pulling out mad passes. Aye, Trent, that is crazy. Diaz, you're in. Got to score. Tries the Thierry Henry finish. Open up your body. Got to score that. And then, Keita. Look at the techers from Keita. It's horrible. Oh, Diaz has tried to whip it back near post. Diaz got to score that. Has to score that. It's great football, but I bet Klopp will be disappointed he doesn't finish that. Outside of the foot pass. See, and this is what I'm saying, people. Reece James can't play that pass. But, you know, that's the problem in English football, innit? Thiago Silva down on the floor, holding his knee. Diaz passed the eye test on his first game, while Pepe cost 72 million. We're still waiting to figure out if he'll ever come good. In fact, he'll be sold in the summer probably anyway. While Diaz, 40 million? I think they paid about 40 million for him. Look at him already, you know. He looks absolutely electric. It's all about recruitment. It's not even how much you spend, you know. Econ Wizard, big up the community and yourself, Big C. Have a good weekend, everyone. Man. Enjoy your weekend, people. Malang Sarr's warming up, so maybe Thiago Silva is coming off. Getting on a bit, innit, man? Maybe the legs are going. Elton said, thinking of the Hull final, we've never been able to replace Cazorla. 100%, man. He's unbelievable. Pang said, what's your Cash App link? Man, I ain't got no Cash App, bro. I'm telling you. I don't even... Nah, I ain't got none of that. Buenos Aires said, Diaz tried to trick Mendy with the eyes. Yeah, man. Tried to make it look like he's going far post, then whip it back to the near post. Going to be a big loss if Thiago is injured. Yeah, because then you're looking at Malang Sarr and Chalobah in the back three, who are both inexperienced, and I think they'll struggle against this Liverpool attack. He was slapping the floor there, Thiago, which is never a good sign. McLovin, hope you're well, said Trent pass gave me shivers. Listen, on the ball, he's better than a lot of centre midfielders on the ball, never mind a right back. Man said, Cash App. Think you watch your OnlyFans link? Nah, none of that, bro. Man ain't on none of that still. Chalobah injured him. I didn't even see how he was done. Lukaku with the flick on. Chelsea haven't got into the game yet. Sports Genius, Big C, why do teams charge us so much for players? They're saying 60 million for Jesus on his last year. That's what happens when, number one, clubs know you're desperate. Number two, people know that Edu's inexperienced. We ain't got no clout in the transfer market. So what can he say? What can Edu say to anyone? And say pay 60 million or move. Simple as that. That's the difference. Cody mystified. Hate to say it, but the key difference is Diaz playing for a top quality team. He's a joke of a player, man. Seriously, he's going to be a superstar. You can just see it already. Little flick there by Thiago, looking for Diaz. Reece James plays it back. Mendy there, nearly a dodgy pass. I said Curtis only fan sure. Nah, none of that, bud. Broad said, let's not forget the legendary cup final. McManaman, McCarthy and MacArthur balled out that day. Wigan settings, man. Roberto Martinez. Pain that we are not in this final. Listen, I'll take it if we get fourth. I'll take it. We've won FA Cups before. You know, plenty of them with a most successful team. Here come Liverpool dominating the game. Mane, great ball into Diaz. Left-hand side of the penalty area up against Chalobah. Diaz. He took too long to shoot. It's blocked. Comes back out. Robertson whips it into the back post. Headed back across. Trent. Pulls that to Trent. It's a great block. Liverpool dominating. And it goes out for a throw-in. I thought it was a corner. Liverpool dominating this game. Curtis, you've reinvented watch-alongs. Just amazing. I appreciate that, Elton, man. Thank you very much. Lawrence said, to be fair, that's what we got for Sané from Bayern with 1 year, 60 million euros, 45 million pounds. I think with Sané, though, man, Sané was electric. Everyone knew Sané was a top baller, although he hasn't looked the same, to be fair, since the knee injury. I don't think he's done that well for Bayern either. But I think I was just hoping, come on. Arteta, you and Pep, you're close, man. You was his assistant. Surely he just drops him to us for 35 million. They're turning up asking for 45, 50 million for him. And let's face it, Jesus ain't going to get game time next season. So I think all Arsenal fans was hoping for a little bit of a favour, man. Real Madrid will buy Trent. He'd be expensive, man. He would be expensive. Very expensive. And he's a Liverpool born and bred. He might not want to leave. Trent to take the corner. Whipped in. Headed away by Rudiger. Although, to be fair, most players don't reject Bayern Munich. Let's be honest. Or Bayern Munich. Real Madrid. Although Steven Gerrard apparently rejected Real Madrid when Mourinho was manager. So we'll have to see. Family Podcast said, facts out and don't ever listen to TV commentary anymore. You don't need that, man. Don't worry. We carry you through that. Abdul Ghaffar said, big up Kurt, can you help explain the Prem qualifier from the lower division? I get confused. The Prem qualifier from the lower division. Are we talking about the promotion race, the playoffs? Is that what you mean? I'm assuming. So obviously in the championship, second and first go up automatically. Third, fourth, fifth and sixth go into a playoff, which is like a semi-final. Third plays sixth. And fourth plays fifth. So Forest are playing Sheffield United, Huddersfield are playing Luton, They'll play in the final. Winner goes into the Prem. I think they said it's the richest game in world football. If you win it, you get like the most money than any other game. Here's Diaz, left-hand side. Oh, he's offside. He's offside. Liverpool dominating this game, by the way. Absolutely dominating. Hazem said we got 54 million euros from buying, not 60. Real saucy football from the Reds. Thing is, when you're dominating the games, you got to get the goal. That's what, we see it all the time in football. Liverpool fans apparently were booing the national anthem. Now, I know I've been to Liverpool a few times, and a lot of people from Liverpool say they're Scouse, not Liverpool. Scouse, not English, sorry. I think in Liverpool, they feel over the years, it goes back to just to give a bit of context, Margaret Thatcher back in the day, when she was running the country, apparently didn't do much to help the city of Liverpool when there was financial issues there. So a lot of people in Liverpool say Scouse, not English. So they often boo the national anthem. They feel that their city and area is almost separate from England, which happens. It happens in some countries, man. You look at Barcelona and Catalonia in Spain. Chance! Oh, Chelsea just wide. Pulisic puts it wide. I think, was handball given there against Lukaku? Was that given as handball, or did he genuinely miss that? Reece James whipped it in, came to the back post. Look at the way Lukaku's pinning Konate. It hits his arm anyway. It wouldn't have counted. Independence from Merseyside. Gerard Totti rejected Real. Loyalty is rare. Yeah, not many. Not many will reject that move, I'm telling you. Sad I'm pulling for Burnley tomorrow. We all are, but don't get your hopes up. That's all I would say. I've got no hope whatsoever. If they end up pulling something out of that game, then so be it. Abdul said, thank you so much. You the man. Big up yourself, bro. Free kick to Chelsea. Kovacic caught by Thiago. Definitely a foul. Don't know what Thiago's moaning about. Crossing situation for Chelsea. This is dangerous. Big Sealer Province reported that Saliba will stay at Arsenal next season. He better do, bruv. I'll tell you that much. A few deluded Arsenal fan base will be talking about Dybala. This man will go to Tottenham. Let's see. I'm not so far behind, people. I am up to date. Unfortunately, I was watching the Forest game. The game kicked off by a minute and I didn't click the timer. So my timer, unfortunately, is a minute behind. But I am watching the game live. Free kick to Chelsea. Alonso whips it in swinger straight into the hands of Alisson. Will you be watching the other FA Cup final? What's the other one, people? Let me know. Is it the Women's FA Cup final? Let me know, people. Ball over the top, looking for Salah. Into the right-hand corner. Shields off Alonso and wins a throw-in down by the corner flag. I won't be doing a Burnley watch-along, unfortunately. I won't be at home. But I will be watching the game on my phone while I'm travelling. I think I seen on the overlap Gerrard saying that he got threatened by some gangsters in Liverpool. I mean, I think that was quite known, wasn't it? Yeah, when Chelsea, he agreed to go to Chelsea. Mourinho convinced him. I think Rafa Benitez was willing to let Gerrard go, which no one could believe. And Gerrard agreed to go to Chelsea. And the rumour was that he was threatened by people in Liverpool that, listen, you can't go to Chelsea. And these kind of things happen. These kind of things happen in football, man. So it's different. It is different. Sports Genius, Big C, I'm already preparing Monday for the look at Eddie. What is he doing? Yeah, listen, you know how that's going to go. Curtis, did you see that Saeed clapped back at troops in yesterday's Big Six show? So, listen, I was all over the place with Big Six yesterday. I saw a post from Turkish saying that the Big Six show had been cancelled. Then people were saying that I should host it because they wanted the show. So then I was messaging Turkish like, yo, do you want me to host it? Then I realised he was trolling. So I didn't know the Big Six show was on. So I missed it. I missed the show because I was like, I didn't think it was on. And then someone messaged me later like, yo, Big Six was on. And then I watched some of it back and I never saw what Saeed said. And then people were saying Saeed and Troops were having a disagreement. Obviously, I know both guys, both good guys, man. So I hope it's nothing. Hopefully it's just, footballing banter or whatever. I don't know. I haven't seen what either one of them have said. So I'll I'd like to think it's just a football disagreement, more than anything personal. Sharif said, Curtis, quality content as always. Would take a Tuchel to Arsenal if you were in charge. Listen, Tuchel is a good manager. I got to be honest though, I wasn't totally convinced by him. When he was at PSG, I thought, nah, I don't know about this guy. Mendy came out for the ball there. It looks like he's overstretched. Full on WWE. Hopefully, man. Hopefully it's not improper, man. Family podcast. Big C, would you take Eddie staying at Arsenal if we got Sterling? I don't think I would. I like Sterling, man. All right, Eddie's got to be third choice. He can't be second or first choice for me. He's got to be third. He's got to be third choice. That's the only way. The other final is Chelsea City, is it? Okay, fair enough. Here come Liverpool. Robertson, driving run. Robertson shoots, goes over the bar. Hope this isn't like a boring 0-0. I want to see goals, man. Will McKenzie said, made the other night with my Spurs mate. Made it worse. They will drop points to Burnley. We will take it home on Monday night. Listen, I love the optimism, the hope. We're all Burnley fans tomorrow. I just wouldn't get your hopes up. That's for sure. Curtis, answer this. Current Arsenal best 11 versus that Arsenal that won the FA Cup under Arteta. Who would win? Current 11. I think the Arteta one that won the FA Cup wins. Because you look at that game, Pepe was playing well. Aubameyang was on fire. Probably up there as the best striker in the Prem. We didn't have a great team, really. But Emi was in goal. Emi Martinez. I loved him. David Luiz was playing all right. I mean, we didn't have a great team. I think that FA Cup team beats this team. I think Aubameyang would rip Ben White and Gabriel. I honestly do. And Pepe was balling them times. I think that FA Cup team. And that's crazy, isn't it? Because you think about that, you go, well, he spent 250 million from that team. So why do I think that team would beat our team now? I think Aubameyang rips our two centre-backs apart. And Pepe was playing well then. Pepe would play right wing against Tierney. I actually think he would do Tierney if he was on form. Chelsea on the attack. Mason Mount, great ball in. Chance for Chelsea, just wide. Ooh, Pulisic should have scored there for me. First big chance for Chelsea in this game. Get down the sides there. Great ball in from Mason Mount. Drills it across. It's great counter-attack. Long diag out wide. Poor defending by Robertson. He gambles. Should have left it. They're getting a 2v1. Ball out wide. Mason Mount, fantastic ball. Trent goes to sleep. Pulisic doesn't make good contact with the ball there. And it goes wide. Should have definitely hit the target. Big miss. Bro, Saeed was so angry. That was awkward. I'm going to watch it back. Troops and Saeed just trying to keep the old Arsenal v United rivalry alive because our players won. I hear you, man. I hear you. That was a great question, though, man. I think that original Arsenal team would beat this one, and that's crazy because, like you said, 250 million spent. Did you watch the Forest game? I watched most of it. Disappointed they conceded at the end. 2-0, I think they would have been through. 2-1 makes it an awkward game, man. After the World Cup, Arsenal should make Flick our manager. He's a winner. Listen, I don't know if you know Lone Wolf, but this brother just signed a 3-year deal. He ain't going nowhere. 3 more years, man. He might not stay the whole 3, but he's definitely not going anywhere. Yeah, Ainsley was balling at wing back. I think that team would win. And that says a lot because we dropped 250 on top of that team. So why would that team win? It's a great question. When is FIFA dropping on Twitch? I will. I am definitely going to start. And we're in team of the season now as well. So it is a great time. So my apologies. We will get going on there. Johnny said, how you doing? I'm good, bro. I'm good. Everything's good. Sun shining. Weather is sweet. Everything's good. And it's been a nice, relaxing day, man. Can't complain. Christian Pulisic. Christian just wide Pulisic. I don't think Pulisic has really fulfilled his potential. In fact, I remember that FA Cup final when we played Chelsea. I was looking at him thinking, in fact, he came off injured, but I was looking at him in that game thinking, this guy could be a superstar. You know, he's rapid, he's got good ball control. Maybe he needs to add goals to his game, but I thought he was going to be a top winger. And I do think he hasn't fulfilled his potential. I do think Chelsea could do with a new winger. I look at all of their wingers, Ziyech, Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi. They're all very talented. I don't think any of them has really fulfilled their potential. I don't think any of them are really at a top level on a consistent basis. But they're all talented. I think Chelsea could do with a winger. When you compare them to Liverpool's wingers and what they're producing, Kai said Pulisic is a pace merchant. Collins said Pulisic is good but injury prone. LG, I knew he'd be here. He heard Ainsley's name. He said, what? Ainsley has never been balling. Johnny said the big six yesterday was wild. Turkish was under pressure. I'm going to watch it back. I'm going to watch all of it back since everyone's telling me it was a wild show. I always try and support that show as well. Great show. Pulisic shoots Germany more. Similar to Timo, isn't it? Timo Werner. Bundesliga taxman. Liverpool on the ball again. Still no goal. Chelsea probably had... Liverpool had one good chance, actually. Luis Diaz was one-on-one. Should have scored. And Pulisic had a great chance as well. Here's Henderson for Liverpool. Middle of the park. City will win the title. No messing. You say Ainsley and I appear. I've always had the impression that LG's not the biggest fan of Ainsley. I don't know why. Will McKenzie said, am I the only one that wouldn't take Dybala? Doesn't score loads of goals. His wages will be high since he's a free. Don't need another Ozil Aubameyang situation. Paying players off after 18 months. Now, I'll quickly ask it. I know we said we're not going to talk Arsenal too much, but a story came out yesterday from an Italian journalist. I mean, it could be pure cap, but an Italian journalist said that somebody at Juventus has told him that Arsenal have a deal in place to sign Dybala if we get Champions League. A lot of people on Twitter were saying they would take him, a lot saying they wouldn't. Now, I got to be honest, I always liked him as a player, but he wants big wages. Chelsea on the attack. Here's Alonso, one-on-one with the keeper. Oh, he has a heavy touch and Alisson saves it. Good chance there for Chelsea. Alonso had the heavy touch. I have to say that Alisson has got to be one of the best keepers in Europe when you're one-on-one. Always narrows the angle, makes it difficult. Liverpool have the ball back with Diaz. But yeah, what's your thoughts on Dybala? Mboma said too lightweight. Kai said, I don't want Dybala. Young Nizzle, Jose called Dybala today, apparently. Ashton said Dybala to Inter is more likely to happen. Do a poll. I'm not even doing an Arsenal poll today. We'll leave it. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Buenos Aires Guna, who again... Don't know why. It always gives me this slight impression he's not the biggest fan of Dybala, or Dybala, as some people say. I should pronounce it. But he said, 1,000 million, 100 million% wouldn't take Dybala as well. You are not alone. Juventus want Partey. Have you seen his injury record? Alisson goes down, treatment from the bench. You do not want Kelleher coming on, no disrespect. Shaquille said, Big C, you must be talking balling by Roddy Rich. Can't be Ainsley. I wonder if Ainsley will come back to Arsenal, man. It doesn't look like Jose wants him. Oh, see, as Alonso has the shot there, he's stretching. Slides into Alisson. Collision of the knee into the leg. Could be a dead leg there. It's a painful one, that. It is a painful one. Roddy Rich settings, man. Dybala sucks. Valen's not having him. Would you take Tammy now? I still wouldn't. And I tell you why I wouldn't. Because Roma put an 80 million price tag on him. So, yeah, you can sign Tammy Abraham for 80 million pounds. Would I pay 80 million for Tammy Abraham? Not a chance. Not a chance. Maybe if you were getting him for 30, 40, but not 80 million. No way. George G said, big up Curtis in the community. Hope you're well. Yeah, Dre, Lewandowski apparently put in a transfer request. Rejected the new contract. Transfer request. Now, listen. I'd take him. I'd take him. I think the problem is he's asking for some ridiculous wages, like 350 to 400 grand. And I think he wants 2 years. Would you take Lewandowski for 2 years on 400 grand a week? I'd take him. I swear down. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people would say the wages are too high. You're talking about one of the best strikers in the world. Now, listen, let's be real. I don't think he would come to Arsenal. Apparently, Barcelona want him and a couple of others. But I'm telling you now, I would take Lewandowski. Man saying not on 400k, I'd do it. I'd rip the wage bill apart for 2 years. Anybody comes in the office, I'd say, who can knock on the door and say, Lewandowski's on 400k, I want something similar? I'd be like, well, what have you done in comparison to him to ask me for 400 grand? I know most of you say no. I'd take Benzi on that deal. 100%. I'd take him. I don't care. I'd pay him 400 grand for 2 years and say, live on the edge of the penalty area and just hit everything that comes near you. CR7 or Lewandowski? I take Lewa. I take Lewa. He's younger. I think he's about 33. Ronaldo's 38 next season, man. I love CR7 as much as anyone else, but I take Lewa for 2 years. Just short term, 2 years, come in, bang goals, sell shirts and leave. Didn't he say Thierry Henry was his favourite player growing up? I'd take him. I'd take him. You're talking about one of the best, probably, free strikers in world football. Oh, Salah is on the floor, people. Salah is on the floor, getting treatment. Looks like this was unprovoked now. Wow. This is bad. This can't be good. Champions League final in a couple of weeks. Looks like it's a muscular injury. Klopp's like, damn, we just lost all our trophies, mate. Lewa is elite. Pay the man what he wants. I'd pay him 400 grand for 2 years and sign him all day long. I actually mean all day long. I wouldn't even hesitate. Give him the 14. Be the Thierry Henry. 2 years, 400 bags. Let's get it done. You'll make the money back on shirts. Bro, I'm telling you, I'll be walking around with 14 Lewandowski on the back. Mo Salah looks as if he's tweaked his groin muscle. Yeah, it's coming off. It's done, mate. Jota. This is massive. Liverpool fans. Listen, the thing is, and I know people say this is harsh, I haven't seen Salah play well for a number of weeks. I haven't seen him play well for weeks. Every time I watch, he just gets doubled up on. I haven't seen him play well. The big thing will be the Champions League. He's off, tweaked his groin. Now, I can tell you I've tweaked my groin before. I would say he won't play another Premier League game this season. His thing now will be get fit for the Champions League final. Champions League final is on what, the 28th? He's got 2 weeks to get fit for the Champions League final. He won't play another Premier League game. Son will probably win the Golden Boot now as well in the Prem. It's a good point. I can't see him playing another Premier League game. They play Southampton in 3 days and Wolves next week. That'll be his Premier League season over. Big up Galvin. Salah or Son, Golden Boot. Son will get the Golden Boot now. He just basically won the Golden Boot right there. Because I don't think Salah will play the last 2 games. Son will score against, one of them teams. Here come Chelsea. Pulisic left foot. Oh, he tries to cross it and it's blocked. This game's going crazy. Alisson, he is continuing at the moment. But the breaking news, the big news, Mo Salah has come off with a groin strain. And I don't think he'll play another Prem game for this season. 2 weeks, he's got a chance of getting back for the Champions League. If he doesn't play that Champions League final, could be Benzema FC this year, people. Son deserves it more. I mean, I believe Son hasn't scored a penalty. So 21 goals, all from open play, is unbelievable. Buenos Aires Guna said, I'd take Lewandowski in a heartbeat. Now everyone's an accountant now and concerned about wages. I want the best possible players. It's not our money. Listen, I would absolutely 100 million% sign Lewandowski and give him 400 grand a week for 2 years. I would do it. I would do it. Sometimes you got to take a crazy risk. You're talking about one of the world's best strikers. Now, being realistic, I don't think he would come to us unless there's such a personal love for the football club that if we got Champions League, you could get him. But I don't think we could get him. But if we could, I'd give it him for 2 years straight. 2 years, no extension, 400 bags, and then you move on. I would never turn down Lewandowski at this stage. I think he's just scored about 40 goals this season. Here's Mane. Gets the ball out wide. Jota's come on, of course, for him. So you've now got Jota, Diaz, and Mane as the front three. They can still cause problems, Liverpool, even without Salah, in my opinion. What fee are we paying? Yeah, that's the other. That's where we could have the argument. He's got a year left on his contract. I don't know how much Bayern Munich would want for him. That's the problem. I think he'll go PSG or Barcelona, personally, especially if Mbappe goes to Real. Scored 50 goals this season. 400k, I'll give him 500k. I don't care. 50 goals, even if that turns to 25 goals in the Prem, I take him. But I don't think we'll have that problem anyway. I don't think he'd come to us. Newcastle could throw him the bag. That's the type of signing they need to make to really let everyone know that they're about that money bags life, you know. Still 0-0 FA Cup final, people. There's been chances. We haven't had that goal so far. Salah's come off injured, groin strain. Diaz had the best chance for Liverpool, one-on-one with the keeper. Good save. Pulisic had a great chance. About 12 yards out, unmarked, dragged it wide. Will Mane move to Bayern in exchange for Leroy Sané? I wouldn't do that. Mane's way better than Sané, man. Sané's struggling at the moment. They're going to want 40 million plus. That is where the problem is, I've got to be honest. That is where the problem is. McKeel said, look at how Aubameyang's playing now. Arsenal fans never learn. Arteta tax is heavy. It's very expensive, I can't lie. Thing is about wages. Kroenke's stacked. He couldn't pay it if he wanted to. Thing is, he could, because he got rid of the 300 that Aubameyang was on. Last season, we got rid of the 350 that Mesut Ozil was on. So there should be a lot of wages. Kolasinac, Mustafi, Socrates, loads of wages got saved at Arsenal, man, over the last 2 seasons. Liverpool on the ball. Robertson. Can we get a goal, man? Lift the mood a little bit. Diaz into Mane. These lot will be looking to be the hero now. Salah has come off. It may actually help them moving forward a little bit, because maybe they'll move the ball quicker, where Salah is a little bit greedy at times, naturally, as a top player. Family podcast, appreciate the super chat, bro. Have there been any Arsenal transfer rumours that have you worried? I mean, I'm constantly worried by Arsenal transfer rumours. Which ones have worried me recently? Like, I'm not even going to cap. Even Jesus, if the price goes too high, worries me. If we end up paying 60 million for Jesus, we've been absolutely bumped. We've been bumped, you know. I mean, who else? I'm trying to think in recent times. Who we've been linked with that I've looked at and thought, we don't want to sign him. I mean, we're always linked with Coutinho. I like Coutinho, but I feel like that one's too late. When we brought Ceballos back, I thought that was a big mistake. What other ones? Who we've been linked with recently, man? Arsenal have agreed to sign Hickey for 20 million. I mean, I haven't read that. Dybala right now, that worries you. I don't see how you fit Dybala into the Arsenal team. Lukaku in the area. Oh, he pinned Van Dijk there but couldn't spin him. Oh, that's a great one. Morata. Oh, my days. Isaac, yeah? Gonna be honest. Don't want nothing to do with that guy. Don't want nothing to do with him at 75 million, what I've seen of him. So, yeah, Morata, Isaac, they're the kind of ones. Morata is like, that is alarm bells ringing. Nathan said, yes, we are both Arsenal fans, but got Knott's roots. What are you thinking about Forest maybe coming up? I'm disappointed they conceded that late goal. I think they would have been in the final. Now they've made it nerve-wracking. I would love to see Forest go up. Sports Genius said, Big C Kroenke pays his quarterback 30 million a season. We can afford anyone. He pays Jokic from the Nuggets too. Yeah, we're the scraps on the side, man. I'm telling you, he's got plenty of money. Who is Marquinhos you are linked with, bro? I don't know nothing about him. When I seen Arsenal signing Marquinhos, I was like, yes! What a centre-back! I was opened the thing, I was like, oh, 19-year-old from Brazil, winger, never heard of him. You know, it's too good to be true, innit? Too good to be true. Ain't going to be Marquinhos from PSG, who's probably worth about 70 million. Lukaku's hold-up play is so bad. What is he doing? He's got to look after the ball a little bit better. It's not easy against Van Dijk. He's probably the best centre-back in the world, but, you know, it is what it is. You know how it goes, people. Arsenal signing Marquinhos. Yo, big signing. Marquinhos and Gabriel, centre-back. Yeah, not quite when you open the story. It's an unknown winger for £2 million. Lukaku settings, they all get dragged off second half, man. Young Nizzle said Curtis Jokic, that plays for Kroenke's Denver Nuggets, is about to get the biggest contract in NBA, $245 million. They definitely have money. So I'm saying, man, your little 400 grand on wages is nothing. Here's Lukaku in the area. Lukaku, Van Dijk. Oh my days, what was that? Honestly, Lukaku, right, physically is a beast. Technically, he at times is dreadful. He's on his right foot. Van Dijk's like, I know you're cutting back on your left. He waits for him to cut back. He tries to scoop the pass. It just looks horrible. Technically, Lukaku is dreadful. Honestly, at times, he is so limited. It's unbelievable. Lukaku. Wow. That was such a poor pass. 100 million. Man, that is crazy, man. Thomas Lemar, 90 million worried me in 2017. I think that was a cap. That wasn't... I don't believe that we actually was genuinely trying to pay 90 million. I think Arsenal just wanted to try and please the fans and say, oh, look, we tried to sign someone for big money when we really probably didn't. That was when Sanchez was on the verge of leaving as well. Still 0-0, people. Still 0-0. Was hoping for goals in this cup final. Here come Liverpool. They've been the more dominant team, but they've slowed down in the last 20 minutes. Good ball by Trent into Jota. Edge of the area finds Thiago. Chelsea got so many bodies behind the ball. Liverpool struggling to break them down. Whipped in by Trent, headed away by Rudiger. It's going to be hard to break down this Chelsea defence. Shaquille said Pepe, 72 million. I got to be honest, though. When we signed Pepe, I was excited. You know, I'd heard so much about him. I'd seen him a few times. Had this cultured left foot. Nice balance about him. Good on the counter-attack. At that time, you know, I thought he was going to come in and make a big impact. Konate shoots, and that is in the second tier of Wembley. That is awful. So I was actually quite hyped when we signed Pepe. But it just hasn't worked out. It's one of them things, isn't it? Yeah, this game's getting tiring, people. I was thinking we'd get an exciting game, but often cup finals are quite timid and you don't get many chances. Stevie said physically he's a beast, technically he's an earthworm. That's what Spurs did. Put a lot of bodies behind the ball, hit on the counter, yeah. It's difficult to deal with that. Ruben Neves links worry me. Very good player, but for over 60 million is unreal. He ain't worth over 60 million, is he? You know, he's a 40 million pound midfielder. No way he's worth 60 million, Ruben Neves. I don't think anybody will pay that. Jesus said, Nico Pepe's lawyer. I wish I had a hype man and lawyer as you. Hey, listen, man. I've down tools on Pepe, man. I've resigned from the Nicolas Pepe fan club. I'm not in it no more. He's gone in the summer, in my opinion. Sancho is up there for flop of the season. I think you got to look at Lukaku and Grealish at 100 million. I think they're even bigger because of the price tags. I suppose Grealish, the difference with Grealish is if he doesn't play, they've got players there that are as good as him, if not better. Where I actually think Chelsea really needed Lukaku to come good this season. And it just hasn't happened. Mike said Naby Keita is terrible. I've never rated him. Liverpool, a lot of Liverpool fans really like him. I don't see the hype around him. They paid 50-odd million for him as well. Galvin, new member, thank you very much. And you know what? I'm probably going to do another member stream next week. Usually every 2 or 3 weeks. But because of what happened against Tottenham, obviously we're going to have a lot to talk about after Newcastle. We're going to do another one probably early next week. We need Basuma on Cucurella. I'd love Basuma. He needs to get that court case done. Cucurella's good, man. I think he just won player of the season for Brighton. He's a good fullback. All right, here come Liverpool counter-attack. Heavy touch by Kovacic. Mane, you need to release it, bro. What are you waiting for? Picks the wrong pass. Done. That attack is done. Should have rolled that into Diaz. Why did he not play that? Robertson, left-hand side, whips it in. Chance for Liverpool. Oh! Jota puts it over the crossbar. Outside of the right foot, 7 yards out. Corner of the 6-yard box. Tries to flick it. They managed to rescue that. I thought Mane picked the wrong ball there. Should have played it to Diaz. Great ball in by Robertson. Jota doesn't quite get the direction on that, and he puts it over the crossbar. Oh dear, yo. Yo, I'm not even capping. These man got me yawning on stream. Eyes watering, all sorts. I need a pillow. Can we get a pillow around here? These man got me tired. Dear me, it's a poor cup final, man. Oh, man, we needed a goal. Tammy said, who do you want to win? You know what? I have no real preference. I'd probably prefer Liverpool to win just because I feel like we've got more of a rivalry with Chelsea. You know, Liverpool doesn't really bother me that much. Oh, what a nutmeg by Pulisic. Oh, great ball. Lukaku! Got to do better. That is the best move of the game from Chelsea. And Lukaku skies it high, wide, and not too handsome. I'm telling you, literally had me yawning. I'm that tired watching this. What a move. Pulisic, nutmeg on Henderson. Great little reverse ball. Lukaku, got to put your foot through it. Great ball. Was that Jorginho? I mean, that's landed at Wembley train station, mate. That's at Wembley tube station, that. Klopp needs to put the glasses back on. He's not the same guy, is he, with contact lenses and the veneer teeth, you know? Lukaku. I don't know what's going off with Lukaku, man. That brother, he needs a change. This ain't for him, this Chelsea, man. Curtis, we have signed Aaron Hickey, just followed Arsenal on Instagram. I mean, listen, even if we signed him, I can't get happy about him. I don't know enough about him. I can't. I mean, they're coming out of Italy. Bologna and Arsenal found an agreement, 20 million euros. Yeah, I mean, don't know much about him. So I can't get too hyped about that deal. You know, we'll see. Pulisic's quality, said Callum Robinson. Earthworm, Romello absolutely skies it. Lukaku, flop of the season. Lukaku is like that player you create with 50 stats all over the place. Average. I have my pillow. Bruv, I'm tired watching this. Do you reckon it feels warmer today? Bro, the sun's shining, man. I love it. Summertime in England, man. I can't wait. But he's both footed. I mean, yeah. We've signed Bologna's left back and right back in the same season. Exactly, and they're not even mid-table in Serie A. But listen, Tomiyasu's been good. He's 19, this Hickey. I don't know much about him. He's supposed to be decent, could play right back and left back, and we need more and better signings. We need a couple. Listen, because we need 6 or 7, 8 players this summer, they're not all going to be big boy signings. You know, 2 or 3 of them are going to be underwhelming. Hopefully smart signings, and then we need a couple of exciting shirt sellers that, you know, make you really want to print their name on the back of the shirt. Man said Lukaku is a B-Tech Akinfenwa. I think that's a disrespect on Akinfenwa right now. Kimar said this game is like watching paint dry. I'm telling you, my eyelids feel like they got bricks in them watching this. Shattered. Didn't know about Tommy either. Yeah, I mean, I'd heard clubs linked with him. Would you take Lukaku at Arsenal? Not playing like this. I just wouldn't. He's better than what we've got, though. Let's be real. But I wouldn't be in a rush to sign him, man. You'd pay 50 million plus for him. He's on 250 a week as well. I wouldn't be that interested. I'd like to go in a different direction, not Lukaku, and he's completely out of form. Right, half-time whistle goes. Wow. All I can say, people, absolute snorefest of a first 45 minutes, man. It's end the stream, go enjoy family time in the sun. Yo, I'm telling you, this better not go to extra time. I don't want to watch 30 more minutes of this. Please, somebody just wrap this up 1-0 and end it. Snore fest of a first half. Absolute snore fest, like watching paint dry. Game definitely needs a goal. Damn. Any more of that, it's going to turn into a Q&A, people, because that was a stinker. Right, there's the tweet. The tweet is out. The chat kept you awake. Honestly, this would be a sleep-along. That was actually horrendous. Terrible first 45 minutes. And we've seen bad FA Cup finals. At least when Arsenal play, we score, we concede, things happen, man. Curtis Snore TV, bruv. I'm telling you. That's what it is right now today. This is a stinker. Big C, love the story you told about going on the plane to the Caribbean. Looked like it was literally going to tear apart in the sky. Any more story? The only thing is, yeah, the plane that happened to, I actually wasn't on it. Luckily, it went off before mine. I was on the next one. Man's pulling out duct tape on an aeroplane, but yeah, only in the Caribbean, man. Liat Airlines. If you've been on a Liat plane before, you know what I'm talking about. It's like getting a bus in the sky. It's basically not a plane. It's just a bus with wings and a couple propellers. Might as well start speaking about Arsenal. Might as well. Aaron Hickey. I mean, Hickey, man. Jeez. I'm not going to be rushing to the armory to put his name on the shirt. But listen, Nuno Tavares is clearly not good enough as a left back. So, do you know what makes me laugh? I love this. Like, I can't say, look, Hickey is an impressive player, very strong in the tackle. Like, bro, have you watched him play? That's what I want to know, because I know a lot of people genuinely watch football from all around the world, and I respect it. But be real, people. Like, genuinely in the chat, right? How many of you have watched Hickey play for Bologna? And I'm talking 90 minutes, like start to finish game. I'm not letting you off with YouTube highlights. I've watched the YouTube highlights. Man's putting expert opinions on him. Like, who watches Bologna? If I turned on and Bologna were on TV, I'd turn it off. Unless you were watching the game specifically to watch him play. A lot of reports. Yeah, he's just started following us on social media, apparently. So he's probably signing for us. I'm not even going to cap. I have not watched this guy play 90 minutes for him. I've seen him on YouTube. He looks a little bit like a two-footed Tierney a little bit. Big C changed the stream to Arsenal therapy. I'm telling you, any more of this, we're just going to talk Arsenal. I don't care. I've had enough. I can't watch this. Absolute stinker of a game. I never heard of him or Marquinhos till we got linked with him. I mean, the only thing I would say, our first two signings of the summer are 19-year-olds. And we've got a very young squad already. Do you want to put more younger players? Do you want to watch more young players play for Arsenal who are not experienced in this league as well? We've literally gone to Bologna 2 years in a row and dropped 20 million on them. Although, you know, Tomiyasu has been very good. But is this guy going to be good enough? But I just think Arteta likes young players that will buy into everything that he says. They will listen to him. They'll run through brick walls for him. And I think he loves them young players. I think he loves the young players. And he'll keep doing it. Now, Curtis, a lot of these people cap after watching a few YouTube highlights, because you're right, no one watches Bologna. I mean, it's just funny, man. I just typed in on Twitter and there's just random people saying, oh, what a player. And I'm like, are you sure about that? Like, have you seen him? Like, some guy is saying he's good enough to compete with Tierney. Tillemans. I think Chris Wheatley has tweeted. Let me see what Chris Wheatley typed in. I said I wasn't going to talk Arsenal, but they've left me no choice with this game. This game is so bad I have to revert back to what I know, and that's the good old Gunners, man. Arsenal set to sign Brazil starlet Marquinhos, as reported by Ryan Taylor. Let me share the screen. Let me show you what we're reading. The 19-year-old is seen as a player for the future, with technical director Edu instrumental in sealing the deal. Oh, cheers, Edu, mate. Do you know what, Edu? Why don't you go and use your Brazilian links and why don't you get Anthony from Ajax? Why don't you get Rafinha from Leeds? Why don't you get... Who else have Brazil got, man? Like, go and get me somebody, like, get me Marquinhos, the centre-back. Get me Casemiro. Get me you know what I'm saying? Go to Brazil and come back with something substantial. Like, no disrespect, you know, we didn't know Martinelli when we signed him, and look how good he is, but don't tell me that, you know, you're the former sporting technical director of Brazil, and the best you're going to pull out is a 19-year-old winger that we've never heard of. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't mind Arsenal buying some of these Brazilian unknown players, because every now and then you find an instrumental Brazilian that can really do something. Yeah, man couldn't even get Bruno Gomes. This guy trolled us when he went to Newcastle. Shaq said, I'd take Marcelo. Nah, man, that brother's too old now, man. Gabigol, you know, there was a lot of hype around him as well. Oh, yeah, you used your amazing links to get as an unknown Brazilian. What else Chris Wheatley saying here? Nicolas Pepe has announced he's changed his agent ahead of the summer transfer window. Well, I'm telling you now, people, there's only one reason that you change your agent. It's when two things are happening. Number one, you are signing a new contract and you need your agent to negotiate that new deal. Number two, it's when you're leaving. I think we know which one of those situations is more likely to happen. Nicolas Pepe has announced he has a new agent ahead of this summer's transfer window. Transfer in full effect. He ain't getting no new deal. And Jake said his agent changed him. Man said, bro, there's nothing I can do for you. He's brought an agent in to get him a move this summer. Make no mistake about it. So, yeah, Pepe, I think, will be on his way this summer, unfortunately. What else did he have to say here? Arteta, the disappointment doesn't take over more than the great opportunity and the beautiful 2 games we have ahead of us. This is where our energy is going to be. And listen, it's the weekend. Oh, I'm not in the mood to get into Arteta's waffle. You know what I mean? There's no weekend waffle going on here. I'm telling you, we ain't having that. We had enough of that. Shaq said, Pepe basically said, hold it, Gunners. Listen, he deserves the move. He needs to go somewhere else. So big him up, man. It is what it is. Shaquille said, go and get me Vinicius Jr., Edu. If not, you're fired. Richarlison from Everton, would you take him? No way for me that Arteta could handle him as a player. Got way too much attitude. Yeah, beautiful games. Beautiful if we get 6 points from them. You know them ones. Source Direct. Yo, Curtis Shaw TV. Me and my dad love watching your videos. Big up you and Pops, man. Big up for supporting. Appreciate it. Big C, how about a watch-along for Cruiser's games? Yeah, I mean, some of his games are recorded, actually. But, yeah, maybe we get... I'm going to start maybe uploading some of his highlights and that. Kay Hay said, big up, Big C. You need to come to Grenada and drink some of our strong rum to ease our Arsenal pain. Bro, let me tell you. Certain times you need a little drink to get through Arteta in the press conferences, man. Snake Eyes, big up, bro. He said, Big C, I'm sorry, bro. I'm still peed off with Kronk Teta and the shameless performance by the boys. Listen, Thursday for Arsenal was horrendous. We've been hammered on TalkSport, Sky, everywhere. They've destroyed us. The only thing Arsenal can do is win 2 games and get in the Champions League. If they don't, then we're going to have some difficult streams over the next week and a half. Because I'm sorry, you cannot bottle Champions League from the position that we've been in. We will never get a better opportunity than we've had this season. A few weeks ago, we had 3 games in hand. We blew that against your Brightons, your Palace and that. And then Spurs still fumbled the bag by losing to Brighton and put it back in our hands, and then we got slapped by Tottenham, and it's still in our hands. If we don't beat Newcastle and Everton, we don't deserve Champions League. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. Grenada rum is nice. The El Dorado rum from Guyana is prime as well. You get some good rum in the Caribbean, man. Strong, though. 87, my brother Big C. Lovely weekend here in Trinidad. Hasn't rained in a week. Question, my brother. You see that winger we are signing from Brazil? Oh, did you see that winger we are signing from Brazil? And as I said, people, I don't know much about him. Checked out a couple of YouTube videos. You know, YouTube made Yaya Sanogo look good. I remember when we signed Yaya Sanogo, I watched a video and I saw him score a volley. And then the next goal, he lobbed the keeper. And I said, rah, this guy's 6'2", 6'3". He's young. He plays for France at youth team level. Boy, this guy's a player. And we all know how Yaya Sanogo turned out. So YouTube is dangerous when it comes to looking at highlights of a player. That is for damn sure. Best rum is in Barbados, said Jansen. Tammy said, I've had that rum from Grenada. I was out for 2 days afterwards. Them things they don't ramp, you know. They do not ramp. Stringer saying that Barbados rum is the best as well. YouTube made Pepe look good. I mean, I think Pepe was genuinely balling in the French league, though. It was the style of football, counter-attack. It suited him. We're trying to play possession-based. He's not about that life. He's not about that life, man. As we've seen. No, Sanogo. Yeah, exactly. The French postman. Imagine Mbappe stays and also Pepe to PSG. Would PSG want Pepe? I don't know about that one. Carlos said, I think in that game we had a bad day because Spurs is not higher than Chelsea and we beat Chelsea. Do you know what it is, though? I think sometimes football, it doesn't even work sometimes based on the league table. You look at that Chelsea performance, right? And I don't think... Listen, I have to give Arsenal credit. We went there and got the better of them. But I don't think they were fired up for that game. And I think we caught them. Tottenham were fired up. The atmosphere was rocking. Their fans were going mad. And we played into their hands. So I think the Tottenham game was probably a more difficult game than Chelsea. Even though Chelsea are better than Tottenham and higher than them in the league. In my opinion. It was a bad one. Newcastle's going to be tough on Monday, man. I've been trying to find out. I mean, I don't think Arteta's done a press conference for this game, which is strange. I thought there may have been a press conference today. I know he has put out an interview, a short interview, but it's not a press conference. So maybe he isn't going to do one for this game. I'm just having a quick look to see if they're saying anything about Gabriel and Ben White. Gabriel injury. This game's about to start back in a minute. What are the combinations? So, people saying if Gabriel doesn't recover from injury, Arsenal will be forced to play Nuno Tavares and Cedric out wide with Tomiyasu and Ben White at centre-back. That is a bad back four. That's a poor back four, man. Against St. Maximin with a Gucci headband on. That interview is the press conference. Okay, maybe I'll do a show tomorrow and we'll look at it. I may do a preview tomorrow evening. Sheets of Metal said, insert movie montage of Edu going into the Amazon jungle, looking for our next big striker, visiting Dodge. Listen, you can't trust Edu to come back with anything, man. You know what this guy signed Willian, man. You know what I mean? That's where he's Brazilian. All right, he got us Gabriel. We'll give him that little bit of credit. Big up Sheets of Metal. Ash, hope you're well, bro. He said, big up Curtis, hope you're good. Come on, Burnley. We love you, Burnley. We do. Come on, Burnley. I have never liked Burnley as a football team in terms of don't like the style of football, don't like the kit, don't like, you know, the stadium when I went there. No, not the stadium. It does have character, but no one really likes Burnley apart from Burnley fans. But tomorrow we're Burnley FC. But like I said, I wouldn't get your hopes up. McKeel said Black 5, more like Black 5. That's how good I did. Bro, I mean, these man called us a Black 5 in the press conference. For anyone that didn't watch that, man, on the transcript, every week they make spelling mistakes. And the man said we played a Black 5 instead of Back 5. I mean, you just couldn't write it, could you? I saw Edu at the vets the other day. He seemed impressed. Oh, God. Dear. Edu, man. I don't know what's wrong with that brother. I really don't. He needs to prove himself this summer, otherwise he's done, man. Shaquille said, I hated Stoke the most. They were horrible. Obviously, Shawcross and them, man, mashing up our players. Long ball. I think Burnley are even worse. at least at times, Stoke had a few decent players, you know, who had a little bit. You know, Crouchy was there, Ricardo, Fuller. They've had the odd decent player. But Burnley, man, they're just not a fan. Not a fan at all. Offline said, summing it up, doing the job for Curtis Marquinhos is good, but not a starter. Might be just recently got from the youth team and he suffers on the professional competition and ruthlessness. Big C is like the English teacher, grammatical mistakes. Second half's underway, people. Timer should be in tune now as well, so we should be fine. Please, please, do not go to extra time. I'm honestly, I'll get a pillow and a quilt if this carries on. Chelsea on the attack, surely offside here. He leaves it, does well there. Ball whipped in, Chelsea back post, chance. Alonso, oh, inches wide. Does well, chests it down at the back post. Shot on his left foot, just wide of the far post. And he played the ball out wide. Do you know what's crazy here? This is why they say play to the whistle. The ball gets played out wide to Mason Mount. He thinks he's offside, so he leaves the ball and allows Pulisic, I think it is, to run onto it. But Mason Mount was actually onside. Chance for Chelsea. Shot saved by Alisson. Pulisic with the shot. Good little flick by Lukaku. Chelsea have started the game much the better team. And Chelsea should be winning, you feel. That was a great chance. Alisson seemed to read where Pulisic was going to put that. Tried to whip it at the near post. And it's a great save. Reece James, that's a foul. Surely free kick to Chelsea. They've started this game on fire. Shaw Sports TV, I'm still waiting for the merch. I will be rocking a Shaw t-shirt soon. The merch is coming at the end of the season, people. 100%. 100%. What happened to Sal at Chelsea? He struggled, Danny. He was being linked with like 70 million moves. Now he just sits on the bench. Good play. That's what Lukaku is good at. Hold up, set, and good save at the near post. Make sure you hit that like button. 1,000 of you in the chat. Great support. And big up everyone watching on Twitch as well. Will Smith, that like button. Free kick to Chelsea. They've started lively in this second half. They're looking the more likely team to score. Alonso whips it in. It's the crossbar. Hits the crossbar. Tried to whip it to the back post. Was it a shot or was it just an overhit cross? It goes over Alisson's head and hits the bar and comes back out. Chelsea still have the ball back. Put back into the penalty area. It's overhit and goes out for a goal kick. Navarre said, big up Big C. Less of this Tillemans talk. Let's go for Kakaret or Kossu. How do you say his name? I forget. I saw him the other day. Black 5 Classic. I think he was playing in the Conference League, wasn't he? The other day with Reece Nelson. Bruv, the Black Five's a mad one, innit? That sums Arsenal up, really. Stop the cross t-shirt is needed. Yeah, man. Don't worry, man. Merch landing in the summer, people. Chelsea have got them slightly rattled. Liverpool don't look quite the same in this second half. And can we get a goal, please? I just want a goal. I cannot watch 45 more minutes of that, what we watched in the first half. It was an absolute snorefest, that is for sure. Trent goes long. They'll deal with that all day long. That's too direct. Dybala's agent is in London. I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is. He's looking for the free lunch at Arsenal. That 250 grand a week, he's not worth that. I'll tell you that much. And it has been wow. Didn't see that, but it has been confirmed, people. James Ollie, who is a good source for Arsenal news, he's confirmed that Arsenal have spoken to his agent. Story said there are contacts between Arsenal and Paulo Dybala's agent. Wow. Could be happening, people. Could be happening. Broad said, you're watching your former club Mansfield tonight. Yeah, I will be watching that. They're in the League 2 playoffs against Northampton. So, yeah, I'll be watching that later on. Why are Chelsea wearing the away kit? I don't get that. I don't get it. Surely red and blue would have been fair enough. Dybala to Spurs or Arsenal. I know he's been linked. I think Conte must have managed him at Juventus, so I would imagine he'll have a connection there already. Free lunch businessman. I think the Champions League, innit? That'll make the difference. Ball round the corner looking for Lukaku, overhit, and Alisson collects it. There'll be a lot of players right now saying, if you get Champions League, we'll sign for you. If you don't, we're not interested. That's what they'll be saying. Bring on Broads. Hey, Broads, man. We can get you out of retirement if you're ready, you know. Here's Sadio Mane. Liverpool on the counter-attack. Gets the ball out wide to Jota. Liverpool, they've got bodies in the area. Keita in the area. Back to goal. Forced backwards. Goes all the way back to Trent. Trent whips it into the back post. Oh, my days. Robertson wasn't expecting it at that back post. What a ball by Trent. The ball goes over Reece James' head. Robertson looks like he's not expecting it. Tries to head it at the last minute. It looks like it hits him in the face. I don't know what he's doing. Alexander said, for all the talk from the media, I'd love Liverpool to finish the season with the League Cup only. A lot of people have said that. You know, a lot of people have said that because if they lose this game, all of a sudden, Man City probably win the league. And that Champions League final is, I would say Liverpool are probably just the favourites. But Real Madrid have always got that pedigree, man. Tammy said, did Forest win today? They won 2-1. They should have won way more comfortable. They missed loads of chances. And should have won by 3 or 4, I got to be honest. Should have been over. Yeah, Mansfield Broad said, do a watch-along. I'm not sure a League 2 watch-along would bang, to be honest. Oh, Diaz! Just wide. Spins on the edge of the penalty area. Tries to drill it in that bottom corner. And goes just wide. Omar said, Arsenal therapy, Tuesday, 2 p.m. Be there, people. Listen, man, we can't speak that into existence, man. Honestly, I know I said Tottenham was the biggest game of the season. Biggest game in years. But we still knew that win, lose or draw, it was still in our hands. This game on Monday against Newcastle is the biggest game of Arsenal's season because there's no coming back. You lose or draw that, you're done. You're finished. It's over. So there ain't no way you come back from that. So that's genuinely the biggest. And I'm not confident. I can't even lie. I'm not confident that Arsenal are going to win that game. It's more hope than expectation. It depends on what team we've got out on the pitch. Free kick to Liverpool. Mane, great little touch. Thiago Silva clips him. That'll be a free kick. We need a goal. Desperately need a goal. Cannot take this as 0-0. What time is your old team? They play at 7:45. Quarter to 8? Or 8 o'clock? I think it's 7:45. Time out for Omar. I'm telling you, man. Omar can't be bringing that into the chat. Free kick to Liverpool. Trent whips it in. Terrible. Under hits it. First bad cross he's put in. Is Mason Mount for Chelsea. Can Chelsea hit them on the break? Goes past Thiago. Van Dijk fouls him. Free kick. Free kick near the halfway line. Broad said, my microphone has dust on it. This brother ain't been putting out content for months. Hit 1,000 subscribers and then just stopped. But we'll get him back on the mic eventually, people. We'll get him back on. Maybe he could come on Monday, Broads, after the game. Get four on. Get Fran, Laurie, and you on Monday if you're about. After the Newcastle game. Jake said if we finish 5th, it's going to be awful all summer. Remember when people were saying, oh, you know, you didn't think we'd finish. You'd have took 6th at the start of the season. That's what people were telling me. I said, listen, man, football changes. Don't worry what you would have took at the start of the season. What would you take right now? That's how football works, people. Unfortunately, that's how football works. Yeah, Broads, answer this question. The community want to know. Yeah, the community want to know. Why have you stopped the content? That's what I want to know. Why is his microphone dusty, people? Why are you not putting content out? There's 1,000 subscribers waiting for content. I'm going to put some pressure on him. We want to know. Yeah, he needs motivation. Maybe he does. Chelsea. Good run there. Pulisic looking dangerous. Alonso crossing situation, whips it in. It's a looped ball, man. Broad's out. Reveal the truth. Oh, ball whipped in. Oh, what a clearance by Trent. Chelsea look the better team at the moment. Chelsea look the better team. Deshaun said, Curtis, I have the mindset that Arsenal are a wounded animal backed in a corner. Oh, Alonso at the back post can't reach it. Newcastle may not want to play us after that North London derby blow. And what's at stake? Thing is, Deshaun, they've just lost 5-1 as well. They lost 5-1 to Manchester City, so they might be a wounded animal as well. But I know what you're saying, because we've got a lot more riding on this game than them. We've got no excuse. If we go up there and get beat or draw, we're done. Season's over. Big C, did you see Julian's interview on AFTV? I didn't, man. No disrespect. I got a lot of time for Julian on a personal level. He's a cool guy. His football opinions at times are crazy. Are absolutely crazy, you know. So, one said, I'm not blessed with a big C work rate. I don't try that one. Don't try that one. No, I'm not having that. Broads has got mad work ethic, you know. He works hard throughout the week at work. Give us the real reason. He's got pure work rate. That's why when me and him played up front, it was so good, because Broads did most of the dirty work. He was elbowing all these defenders and everything, you know what I mean? Robbie said Julian is a paid actor. I'm telling you, on Julian's last interview on AFTV, whenever that is, he's going to take it off, and he's going to be, I believe Ty is underneath. There's going to be a Scooby-Doo moment. I would have done it if it wasn't for you pesky little kids. And then they pull the hat off. You know what I mean? He's going to reveal that it was Ty all along underneath. Ty just wanted to do 2 interviews. So he does his interview, and then he gets dressed as Julian. I'm convinced Julian is a troll at this point. I'm telling you, man. This is Mick Ross' biggest test, 100%. Let's see if he's about that life, man. Let's see if he's about that life. No wonder Julian got elbowed in the face. Nah. I don't want to laugh at him. He had surgery. He had surgery on his face and ended up with a black eye, man. I can't laugh about that. Julian is an undercover Spurs fan. Nah, man. Surely not. Julian with the reversible Arsenal kit, which turned into a Spurs kit. That can't be real. If that's real, I'm done. I'll end the stream. That's got to be a joke. Big C, you have to reevaluate Omar as a mod. It seems like he supports them. Hey, Omar, they're putting you under pressure, man. They're putting you under pressure. Have Ty and Julian ever been filmed together? Have they actually ever done a show together? I don't know if they have. That would be some watching, to be fair. Troll settings, man, I'm telling you. So Scooby-Doo is the father of Sherlock Holmes, I'll tell you. Julian is Wenger in disguise. That's why he did surgery to his face. Yeah, he might turn up as Arsene Wenger. Maybe he's had the nose job, then the cheeks, and he'll come back as Arsene Wenger regenerated. Arsenal have to put a performance in after Thursday. Let's hope they've got the energy left to do it, man. Let's hope they've got it left. That would have took a lot out of them. Agent Julian. For God's sake, Edu, sign a midfielder who can progress the ball under pressure this summer. The crazy thing is, right, you look at Edu. Edu was a decent centre midfielder for Arsenal. He played for Brazil. He was part of the Invincible squad. How can he not know what kind of midfielder Arsenal need when he was a good midfielder? Now, Arteta I wasn't a big fan of as a midfielder, to be honest. But he should understand what good midfielders look like as well. So I don't understand it. I don't understand how these guys can't recognise a top midfielder and bring one in. I don't get it. Colin said Spurs to drop points to Burnley. More hope than expectation. You know, I would say more hope. I don't see it. Salah's come off injured in this game. I don't think he'll play for the rest of the season if that's a groin strain. He may be back for the Champions League final. Son is 1 goal behind Salah for the Golden Boot. Burnley at home. And Norwich away. Son's going to win the Golden Boot, in my opinion. I got to be honest. But listen, we can hope. Weghorst and Cornet and them man for Burnley. But I just don't see it. But we can hope. We can hope, people. Please start a Football Manager stream as Arsenal. That way, at least we got to build Arsenal. Oh, shot just wide, Jota. Sorry, people. I keep looking up and an opportunity pops up when I look up. Just wide. We just can't get that goal in this game. Chelsea gave the ball away. Sloppy play there. Liverpool did well. Moved the ball nicely. Mane into Keita. Gets it out wide. Very quick. Jota. It's a good shot. He shoots early there, but doesn't hit the target. You'd be amazed how many times you shoot in the penalty area and it goes through a defender's legs. Because they naturally stretch their leg to block the shot. And the ball often, if you shoot low, will go through their legs into the corner. But he dragged that just wide there. How will this Liverpool attack deal with no Mo Salah? A lot of people have said to me before that Salah is very greedy, and sometimes that front three may operate better in terms of their link-up play with no Mo Salah in it. So maybe they'll move the ball better. Kernos said, I've always rated Burnley. Love the town. Great, diverse people. I'm their biggest fan. Hey, it's Burnley FC tomorrow, man. I'm telling you. It is Burnley FC. That is for sure. Keeps going wide of the post. People, honestly, I am so desperate for this game not to go to extra time. I do not want to see 30 more minutes of this. It's been an absolute snore fest. Sometimes you get that with two good teams. They cancel each other out. They've missed chances, both of them, but I do not want to watch 30 minutes of this. I'll be asleep. What a ball by Thiago outside of the foot. Finds Robertson, whipped in. What a ball. Where's the striker? You have to attack the space there. You got to attack that. That ball is a striker's dream. Edge of the 6-yard box. Goalkeeper can't get it. Mane should be driving in. Attack that. They all pulled back to the penalty spot. No one attacked it. Corner to Liverpool. Has Salah really been key for Liverpool in 2022? I saw a stat the other day that Mane's got more goals than Salah in 2022. But obviously over the course of the whole season, Salah has scored more. He's the top scorer in the Prem. So Trent with the corner, overhits it. Henderson keeps it in. Broad said, what's your favourite FIFA song? What's my favourite FIFA song this year? I don't actually think the songs are this good. Oliver Twist. It's the yeah, man. You know what? I usually like the sing-along type of songs on FIFA, man. I don't think the songs are that good on this FIFA. Yeah, the songs haven't. You know what? I like that Ordinary People one, Bugsy Malone. That was on one of the old FIFAs, man. The Jason Derulo one on the World Cup. There's been loads of bangers on FIFA, man. This FIFA, I don't think the songs are that good on it. To be honest. FIFA 14 was fire. There's been bare good songs on FIFA, man. Love Me Again has to be the best ever FIFA song. Yo, I'm asking Cruz the songs because I can't even remember them. He's telling me in the background. Everyone's saying Love Me Again. The Knights of Ichi. You lot all know the songs as well, innit? Half the time with me, I don't know the song names. Ordinary People was FIFA 8. Oh, FIFA 18, yeah. Them FIFAs were so much better than these ones. I would say FIFA 20 and 21 were the worst FIFAs I've ever played. They were the worst. This one is definitely better than 21 and 22, but still not as good as like 17, 18. They were elite. Them FIFAs were elite. Love Me Again. Everyone's saying that. Kante on his way on, people, for Chelsea. FIFA 19 was also bad. Yeah, that one was pretty. It was starting to disappear. I don't even think this FIFA is that good, if I'm being honest. The goalkeepers are overpowered. The defensive blocks are overpowered. The game's just not realistic at times. Trent whips it in. Oh, it's blocked. Given away. Liverpool win the ball back. Jota. Could be a chance. It's cleared. We're just not going to get a goal here, are we? Jack said, I gave up FIFA at 16 when you realise it's the same crap every year. It's just a pay-to-win game. Broad said, I liked FIFA 20 and 21. Bruv, I don't know what game you was playing. I could not stand them games. They are the FIFA 21 was possibly the worst one. I didn't even play it. I had it for 2 weeks and I just turned it off. Or was it 20? 20 was worse. Yeah, 20 was worse. That's the one I hardly played. That was when we went into lockdown, I think, and I got it right at the end. Yeah, I didn't like it. Time out for Broad's fraudulent behaviour. I'm telling you, Broads is pushing his luck today. I can't lie. EA Sports FC, man, they couldn't agree the deal with FIFA, so FIFA said, yep, naming rights are gone, my friend. You can call it something else. So I think FIFA 23 is the last FIFA, and then it's going to be called EA Sports FC or whatever, which, hey, is what it is. FIFA has always been. Listen, I'm with you on that one, bro. What's the word I'm trying to find here? I'm all over the place. You revived yourself a little bit there. We're all pro Evo deep down. Let's be real. For anyone of a certain age, it all started with pro Evo. It all started with ISS. I was ISS Pro Evolution. And then obviously ISS dropped off. Then it went. We was all pro Evo. We was all PES. You know, I used to walk around with my memory card in my pocket. I had a red memory card. I said, I bought red because it's dangerous. Used to go to my friend's house, plug in the Master League team. If you know people. Plug in my Master League team and go to war, people. You know what I mean? Pro Evo days, man. Adriano, 99 shot power. R9, 99 pace. Roberto Carlos. They were the days, man. They were the days. I remember playing NBA Streets better than FIFA. Sheets of Metal said. NBA Streets was good, I can't lie. I enjoyed that. Them NBA games were fire. PES is more realistic than FIFA to me. I haven't played PES for years. Someone said, is it called Winning 11? Or was that the old name for it? Pro Evo 04 was my first game. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, them games, man. They were the best. I remember you used to be able to do the World 11 and the European 11. Oh, them games were the best. I remember they never had the naming rights to the team. So obviously you had North London Red was Arsenal and all of that. And then you could go online, get the update and change it all to the proper kits, man. It was fire. Absolute fire. Mikel Arteta on the cover of EA Sports FC. Yeah, that's enough to make you not want to buy it. I can't lie. Here's Alonso in the penalty area for Chelsea. Please, somebody score. Anybody. 23 minutes to go. Do not put me through or put the audience through another half an hour of this. This game is a shambles. It's one of the worst FA Cup finals I've watched. Alonso down the line. Ball whipped in. Comes to the back post. Reece James pulls it across. Oh, it's dragged wide. They're not going to score, are they? Pulisic puts it wide. Just end it. Just play rock, paper, scissors at the end, man. Just do heads or tails, man. Flip a coin. I don't want to watch this. It's awful. See Fizzle, yo Curtis, remember NBA Jam on Super Nintendo? Super Nintendo days, you know. I don't think I had an NBA game on Super Nintendo. I think my first NBA game was maybe PlayStation. The grey first PlayStation. And then, as I said, man, my PS2, I got the chip PS2. I used to get my games for like £5. I had about 40 games. I loved it. They were the days. I had Scarface. I remember that. That was a game. All the Grand Theft Autos used to get them. San Andreas, still for me, the best Grand Theft Auto ever. And obviously Pro Evo. I remember having a Nintendo 64, GoldenEye and Diddy Kong Racing. And but I got rid of that because the games were too expensive, man. They was like £60 each. Them days was too much. Luis Diaz shoots. It goes over. No one's going to score, man. It's winding me up now. I've had enough of this. NBA Jam, he's on fire. Want that when you couldn't miss? You went on fire and anything you did, you scored. Oh, man. Big C, did you play FIFA on Game Boy? Man, I had a Game Boy, you know. I remember my dad had a Game Boy. Tetris, them days there. Proper basic games, man. GoldenEye was a serious game, man. Serious games. PS3 games are £5 now. Yeah, man. They weren't then. Curtis, what was your first video game as a kid? Mine was Donkey Kong on Game Boy with all the cartridges. I think my first ever game was Mario. I think Mario was my first ever game, like the platform version, Mario. I think I had that on a Nintendo, not even a Super Nintendo. I think Mario was my first game. And then obviously we got football games. Yeah, I think Mario was my first one. And then I always loved Street Fighter, obviously, all the games. Oh, FIFA 96 with the indoor mode, man, where you could kick the ball off the wall. Oh, I love them games. They were the best, man. They don't make games like that no more, man. Imagine if they made games that good with the graphics that they've got today. It would be incredible. Listen, we have to talk about something because this game's a shambles. Sega. They were the days, man. And then Sonic. You load up Sonic, man. You knew what time it was. N64 Killer Instinct. Yeah, that was a good game. That was violent, that was. Mortal Kombat. Bit of Sub-Zero. Freeze your opponent. And then mash them up, you know what I mean? Mane has caught Shalabot in the face. Went to hold him off. Caught him in the face. Metal Gear Solid. That was a good game. That was a long game that was to play. Hickey, yeah, man. What do you want me to say, Nick? Don't know much about him. YouTube. He's a YouTube merchant. Sonic or Mario? See, I've got to admit, I loved Mario when I was younger because I liked Mario Kart, right? I liked Mario Kart, but I prefer Sonic. He's quicker, gets the coins. Yeah, man, I prefer Sonic. And the movies, you know, I took Cruz to watch the Sonic movie, the second one, about a month ago. And it's a good movie as well. So I feel like Sonic's got the upper hand, man. It's so quick as well. Ken or Ryu? Oh, man. See, that was mad, yeah, because I prefer Ryu. But I never remember this, but Ken used to be able to do something that Ryu couldn't. I don't know if he rolled over twice or if he jumped up higher. I always forget. I prefer Ryu. Oh, you can. You know what I mean? Oh, are you can? Are you can? Oh, you can. See what they're doing to us, but we got to do this. This is a coping mechanism. The game's so bad, we got to talk about games. I'm definitely a Ryu fan all day long. He's the original. He's the original. Ken turned up with a blonde hair. Nah, you're an imposter. But then Ken could do something that Ryu couldn't do. I can't remember what it was, whether he could jump higher or something. I can't remember. But they made him slightly... Oh, Mane looking for Diaz. Mendy gets off his line. Please, anybody score, I'm begging you. I cannot watch extra time. I just can't. We may have to talk about something else. Yeah, Cruz said he likes Ryu better as well. Ryukin! Nintendo DS. I never had a DS, you know. I never bought the DS. I haven't had that many handheld ones, to be honest, in terms of the gaming ones. I had a Game Boy back in the day, and yeah, not many others. Didn't really go with the handheld ones too much. Ken had a flaming dragon punch. Oh, I knew he had something. Nostalgia along. Trust me, man, I never had the GameCube either. Never had the GameCube. I remember first one was Nintendo. Then I went Super Nintendo. You had to do that. Remember the cartridges? You put it in, you're like, why is the game not playing, man? Too much dust in it. They were the days, man. After Super Nintendo, I don't know where I would have gone from there. I had a Sega Mega Drive as well. Never had a Dreamcast, you know. I never had a Dreamcast. Even though they sponsored Arsenal, I never got the Dreamcast. I had PS1, PS2. I never got PS3. For some reason, all my friends, we all kind of left PlayStation because I didn't really like the PS3, and we went to Xbox 360. I think it was free to play online, and PlayStation 3 you had to pay every month, so we were being tight. Then I went back for PS4, then obviously PS5. I'm a PlayStation man. I prefer PlayStation to Xbox, you know. Streets of Rage and Double Dragon. Streets of Rage was fire. Absolute fire. Yeah, I'm a Sony fanboy, man. PlayStation I've always preferred over Xbox, man. Al said San Andreas was peak Rockstar. That game, I played that game for so many hours, man. I loved it. Bomberman, yeah, that's old school. Original Xbox have to have Halo. Halo's a good game, man. Sheets of Metal said, blow on the cartridges to make them work. Yo, them dusty cartridges, man. Broad said Xbox is for psychos. Nah, that's harsh, man. I know a lot of purist gamers love Xbox because it's Microsoft, innit? And Microsoft are experts when it comes to computers. But because I love FIFA, oh, man, please, someone score. I always felt FIFA was a little bit better on PlayStation. PlayStation was free. They had no party chat. Oh, okay. Worms on PS1. Do you know, I'll be honest, I don't remember playing that, but I do remember the game. Cheat codes on San Andreas. Bro, you know that, man. When you had the wanted level was too high, I used to have a little piece of paper next to me with all the cheats when I didn't know them. So I was like, yo, the police helicopter's out. You knew on Grand Theft Auto, when the helicopter came out, you was finished. You was getting caught. He was like, right, up, down, left, right, R1, R2, L1, and then circle, something, something. And your wanted level disappeared. Police just disappeared. Helicopter went. You knew what time it was, people. And then eventually you mastered the cheats anyway. So, yeah, man, they were the days, man. They were the days. I used to play games for hours. I was one of these kids, like, I had to play the game until I completed it. So sometimes you would struggle to complete a game. And yeah, man, I was one of them. I had to finish it. Tuki likes Vice City, my favorite GTA game, the 80s music. I did like Vice City. It was obviously the 80s theme and the music, the old school hip hop when you was in the car. But I love San Andreas. I know I shouldn't glorify things like this, but I'm a big hip-hop fan. And, you know, the whole thing with the Crips and Bloods, which is obviously a very bad thing. But, you know, it's a thing that is in hip-hop. So, obviously, when they turned up with the Bloods and Crips theme in GTA with the green and purple gangs, I don't know, I just loved playing that game. Vegas Gunner said, hey, Curtis, good stream. Question. I know Chambers and Kolasinac aren't good, but do you think they'd have been useful in the last few months? I think Callum Chambers would have been useful, to be honest, because you look at Monday, we could potentially have to play a right back at centre back. So I'd rather Callum Chambers was playing centre back with Ben White than having to move Tomiyasu. Kolasinac, not so much. Mason Mount whips it in, Allison collects it. San Andreas all day. Sub-Zero or Scorpion. I preferred Sub-Zero because he could freeze you. I just loved that move. Liverpool on the counter-attack, please. Anybody score. I've had enough. Ref, just shoot. Reece James with a bad tackle. Is it a red? No, he's going to give him a yellow. He ain't going to want to send him off. Tomiyasu can play centre-back. Yeah, that's one good thing, but then who do you play right-back? You've seen the way that brother Cedric played on Thursday. You don't want him to be playing. Buenos Aires Guna said, Vice City, wild style radio. The music was fire. Yo, man, I love it, man. I think it was R1 used to change the radio station. And, yeah, man, they had some banging music. Radio Jar on the original GTA. Little bit of reggae music, you know? Derek, no Spurs watch along, unfortunately, tomorrow. Crew's got a tournament. So I'll be keeping an eye on it on my phone. But, yeah, we'll be out for that. I may do an Arsenal preview tomorrow evening, previewing the Newcastle game. And obviously Arteta hasn't done a press conference, but he's done an interview where that is basically the equivalent of the press conference. I think it's just a one-on-one interview, so we'll probably go over that and check out the team news. Dash Cash, thank you for the super chat, said, big up Big C, have you heard of the new free-to-play football game coming out? It's called UFL. Never heard of it. Never ever heard of it. It's funny because I know a lot of the time on PlayStation and Xbox, there's games for free. I think at the moment GTA is actually free, GTA 5, until mid-June. So you can get that for free on the game store. Finish him! Yeah, man, you freeze him. You know what I mean? Man's trying to do a movie, just drop the ice on him. Boop! Just freeze him. Then just run up to him and just break the ice. I mean, come on. That's one of the best finishing moves you're ever going to play on any fighting game, man. Man's making moves, you just freeze him. Sub-Zero business, man. Xbox Game Pass is amazing, Jack. I know you're working hard here to try and convince me, you know. I am not going to Xbox. But no, listen, I hear it. Even when I go in the game shops, a lot of them say, listen, man, Xbox is a powerful machine. But I'm just a PlayStation fan, man. I'm just a PlayStation fan. When will GTA 6 be out? I mean, 9 years, 2013 GTA 5, still haven't got another one. So they must have made so much money from that game, they don't want to do it yet. Free kick to Liverpool, ball whipped in, headed away. 11 minutes. I have never been so desperate for a team to score in my life in a neutral game. I do not want to watch 30 more minutes of this game. It's been a snore fest. Did you play Tekken? Oh, mate. Was Tekken Eddie who used to sweep your legs? Used to like breakdance and sweep you off your feet? Tekken. I definitely played Tekken. NR11, Big C, have you seen the new Champions League format? If so, thoughts? I hate it and think it's too complicated. I think you can basically qualify for the Champions League without being in the top 4 based on like your previous history and all. It's ridiculous. They forget all that. If you finish top 4, you get Champions League. Why do you need to complicate it? His shot, oh, please, give a free kick, anything. Give a free kick, ref. No, man, we're not going to get a goal here. We're just not. Did you play Metal Gear Solid? Very good game that was. Can we do a community pro clubs? Yeah, possibly could do that. That would be good for... And I need good FIFA players in the chat, man. Some real ballers. I'm all right on FIFA. I wouldn't say I'm elite. I used to be better on the old ones. Lukaku whips it in. What kind of cross is that, brethren? Whip the ball in with pace. Goes out for a throw-in. It was Eddie, right? Yeah, man. Eddie used to sweep you off your feet, innit? Breakdance. Sweep man in the air and then just fall over. Sheets of Metal. Everyone's best player. Eddie Gordo. Tekken. Yeah, man. I knew it. Eddie Gordo, you know. I'd love... Yeah, he's better than Eddie and Ketia. That's for damn sure. Brenner's Guna. When the game is complete... Crap. So we talk about video games. Love this channel and the community. You've carried me through this, people. I was genuine. I yawned on the stream. It's the first time I've ever done that. I genuinely yawned in the stream. I couldn't hold it back. It's an absolute snore fest of a game. WWF No Mercy. Oh, I used to love the old wrestling games, man. Love the old wrestling games. Like I said, I haven't watched wrestling since it's been called WWE. Brandon said, big up the community and the hostess with the mostess. Hey, man said hostess, man. Yo, you know, don't be doing that to me, you know. I love that Thierry Henry picture, though. That's a bad boy picture. Splinter Cell. Played it a few times, but not too much. Hell in a Cell. Them games there, man. Them games there. Royal Rumble, Hell in a Cell. They were banging. Fraser said, Curtis, I'll be honest, I couldn't motivate myself to watch the game. 2 teams more successful than us. Ha ha. Plus, we bought a new grill and assembled it. You probably had more excitement putting that grill up than watching this game. I can't lie. This game is one of the worst FA Cup finals I've ever seen in my life. And you've got 2 teams with good attacking players. Kid, I am going to do gaming on Twitch. I know I've said it for a while, but I am going to do it. I want to get FIFA content on there. Come on, Liverpool on the break, please. Anybody. Mane slides in Diaz. Oh, he's hit the post. Yeah, that's how I feel, Diaz. He's looking up to the sky, please. No, man, no, please. Anyone. I don't care who scores. He hits the post. Liverpool got numbers forward. Jota finds Mane. Finds Diaz. Hits the outside of the post. I've had enough. I can't watch this. It's so bad. You're not going to beat Mendy really at the near post, I don't think. Does he save it? No. Hits the outside of the post. This game needs Eddie. I'd rather have Eddie Gordo, mate, from Tekken than Eddie and Ketia. Foot Champ stream, Big C raging coming. Listen, there is no bigger rage in the world than Foot Champs. That is the most painful rage ever. When you've put all that effort in to build that team over the weeks and months, and you have 21 shots on goal and the opponent has 2 shots and beats you 1-0, there's no pain like it. Ball whipped in, Robertson, he's hit the post. It's a shambles. It's an absolute shambles. I can't stand this game. I can't stand this game. How's he hit the post? Ball whipped in, back post, 6 yards out. Robertson on his left foot hits the post. It's the worst game I've ever seen. Please, anyone. I don't care who wins, just end it. Jota's in the penalty area, crossed in. Oh! Whoever scores, I'm going to celebrate this like an Arsenal goal. I do not want this to go to extra time. Titus said, I'm down to rep cam at pro clubs. Which console? PS5 business, brethren. PS5 business. I'm telling you, man. I do not want extra time. 6 minutes to go. I'm absolutely exhausted watching this. I wasn't even tired when I came on the stream. This game has tired me out. It's so bad. I quit FIFA after sweating Foot Champs on 17 when it was 40 games. I can't believe they used to make man play 40 games. I actually used to get through them most weekends. They put it down to 20 now, and I still I only just get through them, not even every week. Lukaku's getting dragged. Bang average performance, really. Fawn said, I disagree, Curtis. I think the game's been really entertaining. Plenty of chances. Nah, I needed a goal, man. I needed a goal. Couple goals would have made it more exciting. There have been chances, but I needed a goal. Curtis, be brave. Extra time incoming. Oh, man. 6 minutes, please. Anybody just score. Just end this game. Here's Mane. Wins a throw into Liverpool. Oh man, if you want coins, some FIFA coins, they ban you from the game for that. I play like Eddie on FIFA, don't worry. You got no chance getting in the team then. We don't want no Eddies in the team, I'm telling you. Shut it down, Dave DeRyan, I'm telling you. Chelsea on the counter-attack, 5 minutes to go. Anybody score this game, please. Brandon said, kidding, bro. Big up, Big C. You think we can win Monday? I'm getting in the neck from Spurs fans. Listen, we can win. It's Newcastle. They're not world beaters. They were in a relegation battle about a month ago. They've had a decent bit of form, but so what? They lost 5-1 to Man City last week. They're not going to be confident either. Listen, like I've said, if we can't beat Newcastle and Everton, we don't deserve Champions League. Simple as that. Beat them both and that's it. Oh, Fight Night was a great game. I don't know why they don't bring out more boxing games. I really don't. Chelsea on the attack. Alonso gives it away. Oh, dear. I'm in agony watching this game. It's so bad. Lukaku destroying his own brand at Chelsea. I'm telling you, he's got to go back to Italy, man, and rescue himself. I didn't watch Big Six because I didn't think it was on. Because I saw a message out there saying that it wasn't on, so I didn't think, but apparently there was loads of drama. I'm going to watch it back. Fraser said, Curtis, would you rather it end now or go to the excitement of penalties? Bro, penalties is 30 minutes away. I can't. I want a goal now. Free kick to Liverpool. Trent, crossing position. Big Virgil van Dijk back post header. Just end it. Supposed to be a new boxing game coming out soon. Yeah, man, I hope so. I like boxing games, man, on the consoles. Trent to whip in a corner. Fight Night round 3 was the shiznit. Banging games they were, man. Bring back the golden goal rule. Trent whips it in back post. Here we go. Virgil heads it over. Let me look at the stats, man. I mean, how many shots have we had on goal here? So Liverpool have had 2 on target, 10 off target. So they've had 12. Chelsea have had 3 on target, 5 off. 20 shots between them and not 1 goal. Embarrassing. And painful. R1, who do you think wins the AJ Usyk rematch? Listen, man, I like AJ, man, but what I seen from Usyk against him, I'm not confident. I feel like AJ's lost his hunger for boxing. I think he just got rich and his mind's elsewhere. Here's Diaz in the penalty area. Just foul him. Give us a penalty. Cross it in. Please, anyone score. I can't deal with this. This game is absolute agony right now. I'm in so much pain watching this. Oh, dear. Buenos Aires Guna. LOL, Curtis. Bro, your sense of humor is top notch. Never change. Oh, I can't change, bro. I can't change. Amanda said, I will buy a shirt with the person who scores the name on the back. Oh, man. Usyk schools AJ if he comes back. Unless AJ changes his game, does something different, comes with that hunger and aggression that he had at the start, can't see him beating him. I think Usyk is too skillful, too quick. AJ, for me, has not developed his game enough. He got rich and just got comfortable. You can never get comfortable. Ball over the top. Come on. Trent's in trouble. Oh, I thought he was going to lose out there. Mason Mount looked like he was outpacing him. Trent's going mad. Trent's going crazy. I think he's saying it was a foul. Oh, mate. You know, if you watch the highlights back to this game on Match of the Day or whatever, you would think this was a great game because you're going to watch 5 minutes of highlights and see about 10 chances. You're going to be like, what's Curtis on about? This is a good game. You watch the whole 90 minutes. This game's been horrendous. Ah! right. Oh, it's gone out. I thought Mount was doing madness. AJ can't bridge the gap. Usyk is way too cultured. Yeah, I just think he's got too much talent for AJ. And listen, AJ is a far, far bigger puncher than Usyk. That's the only hope he's got. That's his only hope. Land big punches on his chin and see if he can take it. He hardly connected with him. Come on, Diaz. He should have passed. Should have passed it. Come on, Luis Diaz. Oh, it's just... They're not going to score. They just can't score. They just cannot score. Please, man. Let the cross go in, yeah. 3 minutes added on. This is agony, people. Anyone score. Yo, is that Thiago Silva? Thiago Silva looked rapid then against Luis Diaz. Diaz wasn't even getting away from him. Tries to bend it in the far corner, man. Liverpool can't versus Madrid like this. I think the thing is, though, Chelsea get a lot of players behind the ball. So I think the Madrid game will be a lot more open. I don't think Madrid are good enough in defence to just sit back. I think they have to attack. So I think you'll get a more open final. Mane does well. We're a minute into 3 minutes added on. Mane goes past 3 of them. That's a foul. Come on, man, please, anyone. Anyone. You just know this is going to extra time, don't you? It's got extra time written all over it. Ah, dear. Let's see what you're saying. You can only give AJ a puncher's chance after... Yeah, 100%. Unfortunately, you can't play Fight Night Champion on PS4. It is only for Xbox One via backwards compatibility. Ball worked in back post. Come on. Someone. Oh, Mendy claims it. Oh, get up, man. You're not hurt, man. Relax yourself, man. This is going extra time, people. Get yourself a drink. Get yourself some snacks. Relax. This ain't going nowhere. 30 more minutes of this trash. That loss to Ruiz, coupled with all the millions he's made, has zapped AJ of confidence and hunger. He's too slow and gun-shy, with limited upper body movement and a suspect chin. He's done. I agree with a lot of what you're saying there. That Ruiz defeat made him very apprehensive, and he don't let his hands go. You look at the Usyk fight, he hardly threw punches at him. So, I don't know. Hey, yo, my boy, yo, Justin, what's happening, bro? At least Forest won today. Big win for Forest, man. Big win for Forest. And, yo, I hope they get in the Prem. Get in contact, man. Big up, Justin. My old school brethren, man. This is worse than the 2019 Champions League final. This is painful, man. This is painful. RM said, Rui's defeat was embarrassing. Took a lot of shine off of me. Fraud watch. 30 seconds to go. Liverpool on the ball on the halfway line. Thiago overhits it out for a throw-in. We're done. We are absolutely done. This is going extra time. Enjoying the salad with your stream. Hey, listen. Whatever you need to do, man. Whatever you need to do. If Forest go, will Spence stay? They'll ask for big money. I don't know if Forest will be able to afford him. I think they want 15 million for him. That it would be good for them to keep him. There we go. At full time. Ah, dear. 30 more minutes of that absolute trash of a game. The worst FA Cup final I have ever seen. Let's see what you're saying here. Salman said, for anyone in the chat, what is Curtis typically doing in the off-season with the show and member streams and whatnot? So we'll do streams. They'll be regular, maybe not every day. It depends on the news. It'll be transfer videos, transfer streams. I'll do some collabs. We'll still do member streams, especially when we get some decent news. Obviously, I'm hoping to go on the Arsenal tour. But we, just wait and see what happens at the moment. So you'll still have regular content. We'll still do member streams. We'll try and do some different things as well. I think that's when I'll definitely get the gaming content going on Twitch a lot more. So yeah, we'll still have lots going off on the channel. Don't worry about that, people. And Julius, thank you very much for becoming a member on the channel. And like I said, we're probably going to do another member stream this week with it being We've only actually got 8 days left of the Premier League season, people. What are we going to do all summer? We got no World Cup. World Cup's been moved to the winter. Arsenal play Monday. They play next Sunday, and that is it. Season over. Let's hope we are in the Champions League. We need it. Yeah, Lewandowski's rejected a move to Bayern as a new contract, should I say, from Bayern. I put it in the comments earlier. Apparently, he's asking for 400 grand a week. Would you take Lewandowski at Arsenal for 2 years? For me, I know a lot of people disagree. I would take him 100%. 2 years of Lewa. He scores you 20 goals a season, in my opinion. He's 33. I think you could squeeze 2 years out of him. But he's being linked with Barcelona. Apparently, they're willing to go for him. Hickey looks done. I mean, I can't get excited about a player that I know so little about. But hopefully he's a good player. Yeah, Jesus and Lewandowski will be good. I don't think they'll spend as much money on both of them, though. Salman said, I'll member up on Monday then. Thank you. Hey, big up, bro. Appreciate it. No pressure. No pressure. Month of rehab. Listen, if we don't qualify for the Champions League, I'm going to expect you daily at 2 p.m. for Arsenal rehab for the whole month. Yeah, it'll take us a month to get over that. I can't lie. George said, welcome to Curtis Shaw Transfer Daily. Yeah, it is what it is, people. Shaw Sports News will be back in full effect with the transfers. We'll get the news before Sky, man. Don't worry. We'll get it before Sky. Makil said, Daily Dovsky. Daily Dovsky, man. Yeah, I'll take that. Would he come to Arsenal? Probably not. Let's be real. I know he said he loved Thierry Henry when he was growing up. I'm not sure if that's enough at 33 of his age, 33 years of age to come to Arsenal. Thiago Silva is the oldest player since Dennis Wise to be in an FA Cup final. Classy baller. He's a beast. He actually kept up with Luis Diaz there. Kepa for penalties. Will he bring Kepa back on for penalties? So many. Let me just put a tweet out. So many missed chances. Who will win in extra time? I wouldn't bring Kepa on this time. Surely he can't bring Kepa on again after he missed a penalty in the Carabao Cup. New Fix said, Big C, heard any rumours about Marquinhos coming to Arsenal? Seen Charles Watts made a video. Yeah, I've seen a lot of videos about him. I don't know much about him. He's a young winger from Brazil. I couldn't tell you too much about how good he is, to be honest. Absolute snorefest. Like I said, if you watch the highlights, you'd think it was a great game because there's missed chances galore. But when you watch it back, it's been an absolute stinker. Joel Matip is on, people. Joel Matip is on. Van Dijk is off. That's got to be an injury or tiredness. For a start, Van Dijk takes penalties. He took a penalty in the last final. So Van Dijk's off. Will that help Chelsea? Big C never doing another FA Cup final watch-along. I'd rather not. Yeah, and I remember in that Carabao Cup final, yeah, Van Dijk scored a great penalty. So I don't think Kepa will come on this time. I don't think he can make that same mistake again. Kid said, I know it's a snoozer for the neutrals. Yeah, I get it. When you've got a team involved in it, any game is exciting and nerve-wracking. When you're watching it as a neutral, you're a lot more harsh with your judgment of the game. He needs Van Dijk for the Champions League. He's got to be careful. Listen, people have to remember Van Dijk has had one of the most serious injuries that you can have in football, doing your ACL in your knee. So I'm sure extra time might push him too far. So I get it. You've got to protect them. He'll want to win the Champions League more than this, although he's going to want both. Kid said Thierry Henry or Lewandowski. Thierry Henry, my friend. Relax with them questions. I know I said I rate Lewandowski, but not that much. Fraser said, by the way, Curtis, it was awesome seeing Cruz give his input at the end of the last game. Future YouTube star himself. Yeah, I hope so. I appreciate the kind words, man. And yeah, he's got another big tournament tomorrow. So obviously last week I left the tournament early to get back for the Arsenal Leeds game. And they won that tournament. So hopefully I can see him win tomorrow. 1-0 Cruz Shaw scores. I hope so. Goody Footy said, do you feel it would be better if Arsenal play Europa League this season, probably win it, then play Champions League next season? Use Europa as a dry run. Don't trust this board or manager. For me, no. I get what you're saying, and what you're saying has a lot of context. If we were a normal football club, go into the Europa, try and win it, build your team up, then go Champions League a bit more ready. However, we've been in the Europa League. We've tried this. Europa League didn't benefit as it actually made life more difficult. Playing Thursday, playing Sunday. We didn't win it in the 3-4 seasons that we were in it. And it stopped us getting better players. So, yeah, for me, I don't want nothing to do with it. I get what you're saying. I'd rather be in a competition we can win than one that we probably can't win. And I don't think that we can win the Champions League next season. But we need to push this club forward. And like I said, Champions League will expose the Kroenkes, Arteta, and the team, because we'll see if they're really good enough or not. Van Dijk, yeah, I reckon it's more tiredness. I don't think that's a major injury. Cole said, Cruz ain't a future YouTube star. He is the future Arsenal number 14. I'm speaking it into reality. Listen, hope so. We hope so. It'll be better than Eddie and Laka, that's for damn sure. Mbomba said, watching Goldbridge on TalkSport has a face you want to... Oh, no, I can't read that. No. Listen, well done to him, man. He signed a deal with TalkSport. I think he was on there with Carlton Cole. So well done. Listen, I think it's... Oh, man, I didn't click the timer. What am I doing? I'm 2 minutes behind now, people. Apologies. I think I'm 2 minutes behind on the timer, so forgive me. Do you know what? It's so far behind, I'm not even going to put it on. I'll put it on at half time. Yeah, fair play. You know, it just shows that mainstream media is accepting now that YouTube and content creation is a major part of the footballing communities now, you know. And at the start, I think your Sky Sports and all them people were very keep them away from us. Now they're trying to involve people. Chelsea on the counter-attack. Great tackle, Joel Matip. Should have whipped that in earlier. I think that goes out for a corner. That's a brilliant recovery. Kept up with Pulisic there and blocked it. Goes out for a corner. Yeah, as I was saying, man, I think the gap is being bridged. Mainstream media and YouTube is connecting now, you know. Even Firmino just looked like he was nodding off on the bench. Bro, sitting on the bench watching this, you'd be angry and you'd be fuming. Corner to Chelsea, whipped in. Comes out, Mason Mount on the volley, mishits it. Could end up being a cross. Matip clears it. Can Liverpool counter-attack? Henderson finds Jota. Oh, Diaz keeps it in. N'Golo Kante, not the easiest. Look at Rudiger doing... Oh, Kante. So good at winning the ball back. Nicks it back. Picks his pocket there. And Chelsea have the ball back. Charlie said, would you take Dybala at Arsenal? Would I take Dybala at Arsenal? It depends on the structure of the deal. It depends. I wouldn't be completely against it. If you're throwing $250 a week at him, it depends. Give him a 2-year deal on a lower wage. I could get my head round it. If he's asking for 4 years on $250, I'd probably leave it. It depends how the deal looks. It depends how the deal looks. I saw something that Barcelona weren't fully convinced with Memphis Depay. So they got him on a 2-year deal so that if they didn't like him, they could get him out the club quick. That's the kind of deal that Arsenal need if they're going to go for him. If it's a long-term deal on big money, I would stay away from it. So that's how I would answer it, if I'm being honest. James said Dybala is a baller. Ish said yes to Dybala, we need quality. Omar said no, I wouldn't take him. Munzir said he wouldn't take him. And we know that Buenos Aires Guna definitely doesn't rate him. Shauno said FA Cup final day is not the same anymore. Final grandstand started at 9. Cameras at the players' hotels. Players, coaches leaving the hotels on the pitch. Kick off at 3. Memories. Remember they used to have to bring out a music track. They used to bring out an FA Cup song. They'd wear a suit. I remember Liverpool wearing them dodgy white suits that they had on the pitch, you know, all the build up to the game. I think the FA Cup is not what it used to be now, is it? And that's why they don't get all that promotion. Power Puncher said, Curtis Shaw, I'm a Burnley fan. I watch Burnley a lot. If I don't worry, and he said, don't worry, Burnley are going to beat Spurs for you. Listen, every Gooner is a Burnley fan tomorrow at 12 o'clock. I'm not holding any expectation in that game. If it was at Burnley's ground, I would say they can make life difficult for them. At Tottenham's ground, after they've just beat us and Son's chasing that golden boot, I don't see it, but I hope. Oh, what a touch by Sadio Mane. Skips away. Rudiger gives him the arm. Great defending. Gets the arm across him there. If that turns into a foot race, Rudiger would have got done for pace, but he gets the arm across him and stops him running. Great defending. Buenos Aires Guna, you guys are killing me with Dybala. Listen, do you know what? The more you go against him, the more it will probably end up that we'll sign him. So go easy, man. I've been in these situations before. I'm like, no, I do not want Willian. Next minute, Willian's getting unveiled with a 3-year contract. It is what it is. Rudiger, yeah, listen, for me, Rudiger is an absolutely huge loss for Chelsea. To lose him on a free transfer is insane. Absolutely insane. Probably their best centre-back when you think about the age he is as well. Thiago Silva's a baller, but he's like 38. But Rudiger at Madrid's going to be a beast. He's going to be an absolute beast over there. Bobby Firmino coming on. 7 minutes gone in extra time. 23 minutes until this finishes. Takes Luis Diaz off. Doesn't look happy coming off. Is that more frustration that he hasn't scored? He's walking off. You can always tell when a player's not happy. FA Cup final, you want to be the hero. He's been so dangerous in this game, but he hasn't scored. And he gets taken off for Bobby Firmino. Now Chelsea have got problems. I mean, they're saying that Christensen has agreed a deal with Barcelona on a free. Rudiger's agreed a free to Real Madrid. They're saying Azpilicueta could go to Barcelona on a free. And Thiago Silva's, 38? He hasn't got much longer. They might not have any decent centre-backs left next season. You know, Malang Sarr and Chalobah. Oxlade-Chamberlain, not even on the bench. I don't know if that's an injury or he just wasn't selected. Hey, the Kendrick album's fire, bro. The Kendrick album is fire. Big C, Neymar has broken nearly every Brazilian record. Will he get the recognition as one of Brazil's all-time greats? I would say not quite. I think you put him in any skill category of Brazil. He's probably the most skillful player that I've seen after Ronaldinho. And R9, he's in that category of skill. But nah, the worst thing he did was go to PSG. It was his biggest mistake, and he's paid the price for it. He's gone to a mediocre league where he just goes through the motions, and he gets injured a lot because the French league is so physical compared to La Liga. So he made a massive mistake going to PSG. Isn't Tomori still a Chelsea player? No, AC Milan bought him on a permanent in the summer. I think they should have kept him. I think he's a very good defender, Tomori. Justin said, would you take Oxlade-Chamberlain back? No chance. He was good before we sold him. He's had the knee injury. He's not the same player. What was your favourite World Cup? I would say World Cup 98 or 2002. Ball whipped in. Oh, whoa. Chelsea. Ball whipped in. It was cleared. Cruz likes 2006 World Cup Zidane. Even though he wasn't born then, but he loves it. I respect it. He watched a lot of the highlights from. I like 98 World Cup. R9 Ronaldo was ripping that World Cup apart. 2002 as well. I like that World Cup. England should have actually got to the final of that one. I like them ones. Mason Mount corner whipped in, headed away. Listen, if they're going to put us through the pain of going to extra time, at least go to penalties. I would rather they go to penalties now. Luca, I never clicked the timer at the start of the half. So rather than me clicking it a few minutes late, I thought I'll just wait till half time of extra time and I'll click it then. Origi's on the bench. Yeah, I don't think Origi will come on. He's leaving Liverpool, innit, at the end of the season. So I don't think he'll bring him on. Corner to Chelsea. In swinger. Mason Mount whips it in. Doesn't even beat the first defender. Rebound comes back out to him. Chance to drive on his left foot up against Thiago. Thiago does well. Jorginho. The attack's been slowed right down. Such a boring game. But like I said, if you watch the highlights back, chances galore. Nah, Luca, it's cool, bro. It's cool, man. 2002, 2006, you like them ones. And he said, just came home. Big C had to tune into your show. Hope you're good, bro. It's been an epic stream from the community. We had a very good 20 minutes where we were talking about old school games on the consoles and that. The game itself's been a snore fest. Nick said, who's best at FIFA, you or Cruz? There's only one right answer to that question. And it's not Cruz. Right, next answer. Would you... Nah, listen. He gives me good games on it. I can't lie. I have to go, like, full strength on him now because he bangs it. So he's good on the game. So he's very good for his age. I can't lie. But I have to just, just lean them years of experience, man, just to prove my point. You know what I mean? I'm not one of these dads, who just lets you win. I'm not on that. I'll get the victory and celebrate as well. See, all of that. I'm not ramping, I'm telling you. Tough love, people. Tough love. I'm not on that. Curtis, you packed any team of the season? We got Son, untradeable, and of course that's a player we don't like too much after Thursday night. So yeah, Son, Zaha out the community one, and I think they're the only two. Yeah, they're the only two. I haven't packed any tradable to sell yet. Hopefully get one of these Bundesliga ones, man. I'd love to get Lewandowski or Nkunku or something like that. The day he starts beating you on it, it'll be the real deal. Shame. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Tough love, the way of the world, man. Crew's not happy. But he gets spoiled, man. He knows, man. He knows. He knows. He's a daddy's boy, man. I spoil him. No disrespect, mum. He loves mum as well. But, yeah. Cruz v Big C on FIFA Twitch. Yeah, that would be a good one. I'm telling you, when the season finishes, I'm going to start getting the gaming content out because you've got so much time on your hands then you can do stuff, I think Chelsea will nick it, says Prince Thomas. Listen, any of them. Do you know what? Like I said now, I'd rather none of them win it. I'd rather it just goes to penalties and we get a winner on penalties. Anib said, your relationship with him is awesome. I appreciate that, man. Big up. James said that stream will be lit. Yeah, we'll definitely get that going. FIFA battle on Twitch. Peter said, big up Cruz, tell him who's boss. Yeah, he thinks he's the boss. Owl said, Big C, can we agree Son is the best Asian player ever? No trophies, but still a quality winger. He's the best I've seen. I think he's unbelievable. I don't know how Tottenham have kept him for that long. Nakata, yeah, no, I think Son's better than him. I think Son is... Son's probably a world-class winger. He's inconsistent at times, but his talent, he's unbelievable. He's one of the best wingers in world football, really, on that left-hand side. It pains me to say it, and I don't know how they've hung on to it. People saying Ji-Sung Park is better. I don't think he was better. He was part of a great Man United team, and he was a workhorse. He never had the talent that he had. That Son had. I can't even cap. I think Son was better than Park. People saying Nakamura, Nakata. I think Son's better than all of them. I'm not even, I know we hate to say it, people, but... And he said, Big C, have you healed from that North London derby nightmare? I wouldn't say I've healed. There's still a plaster over that wound. But it's not hurting as much anymore. If we beat Newcastle on Monday, the plaster will come off. We might have a little scar there. Get the cocoa butter on that. The scar will disappear. Win on Monday and we're cool. Corner to Liverpool, whipped in. Mendy punches it. Comes out to the edge of the penalty area. Whipped back in, headed away. Jeez, this game is so bad. Robbie said, the commentator said Thiago Silva is 47. Yeah, not quite. How old is Thiago Silva? I think he's 37 or 38. Let's have a look. Thiago Silva is 37. He turns 38 in September. Has there ever been a centre-back as good as him, that old in the Premier League? 37 years of age. He still looks like a world beater. Unbelievable player. And most players, especially defenders, can't come to the Premier League at that age and perform when you consider how quick the Prem is. Shahira said, do you think Spurs can drop points? They can. but I don't think they will, if I'm being honest. Jamar said, most boring game I've ever watched. I mean, there have been a lot of chances, but it's been terrible to watch. FIFA Killer said, what division you in? I think I'm down in Division 5 now. I was in Division 3, but Cruz has been relegating me on purpose so that Rivals isn't as hard for him to play. So we've gone down to Division 5. I think the highest, we was in Division 3. Or 2, yeah, no, Division 2. Got to Division 2. Maldini played until 41. Yeah, don't worry, I'll get the timer for this second half, no worries. Sheets of Metal said, I remember playing NHL 2000 on PS1 with my little bro. Was competitive as heck. Were you competitive against your phone? Bro, I don't play. I don't play to lose, you know. I'm not ramping. When we play, I'm there to win. If I score, I'm celebrating. Making people, yo, no jokes, people. No jokes. Because then if you score, you can enjoy yourself, innit? You've got your right to celebrate in front of me then. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. Lone Wolf said, I want players that want to prove themselves like Gabriel Jesus because I believe this man could be an Arsenal legend. Jeez, you really believe in him. But the question is he really interested in Arsenal? If I'm Gabriel Jesus and I'm trying to think about his mindset right now, I would say, all right, cool. I've got a whole heap of trophies in my cabinet. That's beautiful. I've won the Prem, I've won the FA Cup, I've won the Carabao Cup, won the Community Shield. He hasn't won the Champions League. But I would still sit there and I would think, Gabriel Jesus, how much did you contribute to winning those trophies? How pivotal were you in winning those trophies? I still think Jesus has to prove to people how good he is as an individual. So I feel like if Jesus came to Arsenal, he would have a point to prove. My two problems are, number one, is he good enough to be the main striker at Arsenal? And number two, do we need someone with more physical presence than Gabriel Jesus? I think if we sign Jesus, we need another striker. What worries me is that report saying that if Nketiah signs, we're only going to give out one deal to maybe Jesus and not sign anyone else. That worries me. 2 substitutions for Chelsea. Loftus-Cheek, Kanaspilicueta have come on. Pulisic and Chalobah have come off. Tired legs. And let me make sure I get this timer up this time, people. I can't be missing it this time. Second half of extra time. James Milner's on for Liverpool. Didn't even see who came off. Apologies. I'll have to check that on live score. Second half is underway, people. Second half is on. Cater apparently came off. So, yeah, I say big 15 minutes. I doubt they're going to score anyway. We need a killer up front. Yeah, I agree. And as I say, I like Jesus. I don't like the fact they're talking 50 million. I don't think he's worth that. With a year left, I think you've got to pay less. PR Oliver said Jesus and Sterling would be nice for 70 million. I think they were saying Sterling will be about 50 million because he's got a year left. But they're now saying they want 45, 50 million for Jesus. So you're looking 90 to 100 million to get those two, which is a lot of money. For me, said all along, if Pepe goes, go for Gnabry. If you can't get Gnabry, go for Sterling. If we need a new winger. There are wingers out there that you can get that are good. Maybe even Rashford, but the community don't like the Rashford shout. I can't lie. Callum said Sterling is better than Gnabry. It's hard to tell, right? Because I think Gnabry is more of a techie winger, but the Bundesliga is so 50-50 when it comes to bringing players to the Prem. On one hand, you've got players like Aubameyang who ripped it up. Gundogan did really well. On the flip side, you've got Timo Werner's and players like that who've cost a fortune, come from there and not done well. So Gnabry is an interesting one. If you offered me Gnabry or Sterling, I would take the chance on Gnabry though because he's younger. I would. I think Sterling needs multiple chances created for him and Arsenal don't create enough chances. Jadon Sancho as well. Look at the numbers he was getting in Germany. Listen, I would prefer Sterling because he's in the Prem, he scores goals, but on the flip side, you've been in Manchester City for like 7 years. He's being spoon-fed like a baby. You're going to come to Arsenal where you're not even going to get half those chances. How would Sterling look in a team that doesn't create that much. He might not look that good. I don't know. It's a tough one. The other problem is on 300 grand a week. Do you want to pay Sterling that much money? I don't know. Gnabry's younger as well. So, yeah, true. Sterling is consistent, just gets rotated too often. Yeah, maybe. Sancho is not a flop, but he isn't a success either at the moment. For all the hype on what they paid for him, that is not a good first season for Jadon Sancho, I can't lie. Rafinha for 30 million. If Leeds get relegated, I think a lot of clubs, I think Barca are linked with him. Buy Marcus Rashford. Listen, I've said before, people, and I stand by it. If we needed a new winger, he would be on the list. The only reason I wouldn't buy him is because I think Man United would ask for big, big money for him because he sells a lot of shirts. And he's very popular in their fan base, especially amongst the younger fans. So he would be expensive and he's not worth a lot of money at the moment. Man saying time out. People really hate the Rashford shout, innit? Prince Teddy said Reece Nelson is better than Sancho. I don't think so. Great defending there by Matip. He's been excellent since he came on. This game has been so poor. Ball over the top. Jota, he's got space. Up against Aspilicueta. Slows him down well there. And gives it away. Such a bad game. So bad. Is there no VAR in the final? Surely there must be VAR, man. Gnabry is rapid, said Justin. Yeah, man. I'd take him. Time out for Curtis again. Cody Mystified said at Arsenal, Sterling would clean up. He just needs a challenge, i.e. carrying a squad. Ain't much more of a challenge than carrying Arsenal, that's for sure. Gambian Guna said, time out, Curtis. We can't be buying, man, like Meek Meals. Someone said Meek Meals, you know. Hey, listen, the community will be fed. Worst case scenario, we'll all be fed off Rashford school dinners, but I just think sometimes a player needs a change of scenery. I think Rashford, being a Manchester boy, hasn't developed. I think he needs to go somewhere else. I remember Sterling saying how important it was for him to get out of London and move to Liverpool and get out of his hometown. And I think Rashford needs to leave as well. You look at Jesse Lingard. Jesse Lingard at Man United, most Arsenal fans would have said, I don't want nothing to do with that guy. The man went to West Ham on loan and ripped up the place because I think it was the change of environment. Gone back to Man U this year, he's hardly kicked a ball. So I think sometimes a player needs a change, needs to go somewhere else. Nick said this is going to penalties. I hope it does. You put us through all this pain, at least give us a penalty shootout, you know. Simicast is coming on for Liverpool. A lot of tired legs, man. I'm telling you, Liverpool would not have wanted this to go to penalties because they got a Champions League final. They've got a game. I think they play Southampton on Tuesday, I believe. So they're going to have some tired legs, man. And the last thing you want is extra time. And they're away from home against Southampton. So, yeah, a lot of tired legs. They play Tuesday night away at Southampton now. It's a game they should win, but takes a lot out of you going to extra time. How much was Luis Diaz, man? What a piece of business. I believe it was about 40-something million. I just think he's going to be a special player. I really do. I think he's 25. He looks like he's been playing in this Liverpool team for years. He cost 50 million euros. 50 million euros, which is 42 million pounds. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. We paid 72 million for Pepe. Compare the levels of both players. It's not about spending, it's about spending on the right players. That's where the difference is, you see. 42 million pound for Luis Diaz. How much is he worth now? 75, 80 million at least. 25 years of age. And he said, Big C, where's the AFCON ref to blow the whistle early? I'm telling you, I'd love him to just blow the whistle. And this is what I'm saying. Guess why they got him so cheap? Michael Edwards. I know I talk about this guy all the time. It's so important to have a proper sporting director who negotiates transfers properly. You know? 42 million pound for Luis Diaz. When do Arsenal get that kind of value, especially with attacking players? Joe said the issue is, would the right players come to us? That's another big point. Liverpool are one of the best teams in Europe, so players all around the world will want to sign for them. So it's the reason we got Alexis Sanchez. I remember when we signed Alexis Sanchez, they said he rejected Liverpool to come to Arsenal. We were in the Champions League. We had Arsene Wenger, and he wanted to come here. We were the better team. Now, Alexis would probably reject Arsenal to go to Liverpool. They're a better team, got a better manager. So it's all depends on your circumstances when you're trying to sign players. Pat Does Fitness, big up yourself, bro. He said, Big C, just dropping in to see you real quick. Working today, but loving the stream. Big up for the support, man. Really appreciate that. Penalty shootout part 2. Chelsea against Liverpool. They were finalists in the Carabao Cup final, went to penalties. Here's Loftus-Cheek in the penalty area. Chips it to the back post. Trent heads it in the air. Alonso loses out on the header. I thought he was offside there, Loftus-Cheek. Couldn't believe the flag didn't go up. We have got 7 minutes till penalties. Can't wait for this game to finish. Charlie said the commentators just called this an epic final. Do you know what it is, right? People will say this was a tight final. It was two big teams going head to head. Loads of missed chances. And it ended up going to penalties. They'll dress it up as an exciting game because of the missed chances. But the overall quality and level throughout the 90 minutes has been quite boring. Only Chelsea fans and Liverpool fans will have got any kind of enjoyment out of the game. Captain Sal said, I'm exhausted. I can imagine. Arsenal seem to have the more exciting FA Cup finals. We 2-1 against Chelsea. The whole game, loads of goals. We always have goals. 4-0 when we played Villa. Ali G said, Arteta can't attract the best players. We're doomed. Yeah, epically boring, said Kojo. Prince said, what do you think about Cucurella? I think he's a good player. Just got player of the season for Brighton. Could have been a decent left-back as cover. But I think Brighton would ask for a lot of money. Luis Diaz is a real threat, though. Yeah, but they took him off now. Cody Mystified said, unpopular opinion, I've never been a fan of penalties. I recognise they should play either golden goal or until one of the squads collapse. I mean, you play this game, you could be here till Sunday afternoon. I always say that penalties is the most harsh way to lose a football match. It's the hardest, it's the most painful way. And it almost becomes about holding your nerve more than quality. The nerves can take over you. But it is great when you win. Let's be real. It's great when you win. Last man standing. These men will be here for the next 7 days trying to score, man. Do you know how crazy it is, people? Do you know how crazy this is, right? Loftus-Cheek is playing up front through the middle. And they've got Timo Werner on the bench. A £40 million German international striker. And they're playing Loftus-Cheek up front. What does that say about Timo Werner? I mean, if I'm Timo Werner, I'm ringing up my agent and saying, that's it, get me out of here. I'm done. That's so disrespectful. You're playing a centre midfielder up top over a £40 million striker. It's crazy. Penalties aren't based on the run of play, exactly. Mike said he won $1,200 on 0-0 correct score, 90 minutes. Big C, it's a good day for me. See, listen, when you're putting on them type of bets, I want to see that in the chat before the game. So then I could have dropped a little, you know what I mean? Let us know. Don't tell us when you've won. Tell us when you're putting the bet on, you know what I mean? Mike said, Big C, your team Mansfield kick off soon. Yeah, I'm a former Mansfield player, so I always like to see them do well. I hope they win. They've got Northampton. I got to be honest. I can't watch any more football after watching this. I watched the whole Forest game. That was a decent game. They won 2-1. And then watching this, I will not be watching football anymore today. Turkish said he will take him. Yeah, people don't let him off with that Timo Werner one. Mark said, sure, Cucurella is on loan. Is he on loan? I thought they bought him on a permanent. Cucurella. Let's have a look. Cucurella, who plays wide midfield for Brighton. Did they sign him? No, they signed him. It says they signed him on a permanent from Getafe. Getafe signed him from Barcelona on a permanent. He never made an appearance for Barcelona's first team. And then, yeah, Brighton signed him. So, yeah, you'd have to buy him on a permanent. It's a good player. Hugh Wizzy lookalike. 23 years of age he is. Yeah, moving selfish with a bet. Don't come in here and tell me you won 1,200. I want to know before, man. Let us get a piece of the cake, man. Yeah, big up Mike, though. Enjoy, man. Enjoy. Bro, I fully cut. See, Broad's been sleeping. Ross Barkley's coming on. Ross Barkley. Maybe he takes penalties like Timo Werner. I tell you one thing. I just want to see if he takes the goalkeeper off. Surely not this time. Surely he's learnt his lesson. Last time he brought Kepa on for Mendy, because apparently he's this expert on penalty saving. But the man never saved one penalty, and then he missed one himself. Solomon said, Big C, what was your weekly wage as a pro? Solomon, I prefer not to speak. If I speak, I'm in big, big trouble. And I don't want to be in big, big trouble, Solomon. But I appreciate your super chat, Solomon Saeed. Big up your damn self. Man said, Ross Barkley, is this 2014? Do you know what? I'm not even going to cap. I'm going to be totally honest. When Ross Barkley was at Everton, maybe not in the last season, but in a couple seasons before that, I thought he was going to be a top midfielder. I thought that. I seen him play live once for Everton against Arsenal. I said, yo, this guy's 6 foot plus. He's quite quick. He's left foot, right foot. He had good footwork as well. I said, yo, he's got everything. He can shoot. He can pass. He's powerful. I said, this guy's going to be a top England midfielder. I don't know what's happened to him. Went to Chelsea for the bag, and he can't get a kick, you know, and his career's just gone downhill. Ross Barkley. Hey, what's happened here? Loftus-Cheek's come straight back off. He must be injured. So Loftus-Cheek came on. He put him up front instead. So what are you going to do now? Put Ross Barkley up front. What's going on? It's crazy. Nah. Timo Werner's done. Timo Werner's done. Man played Loftus-Cheek up front. Got injured. And put Barkley up front. With Werner sitting on the bench. You know how disrespectful that is. If I'm Werner, I'm leaving. I'm putting in a transfer request, because he don't rate you, obviously, bro. Man's putting midfielders up top. Pure disrespect, man. Maybe he's not good at penalties. I let him off. Maybe these men are better at pens than Werner. Ruben Loftus-Cheek played 10 minutes. Probably got about $5,000 for that appearance fee. And so he's cool anyway. Liverpool on the attack. Liverpool have been non-existent. 30 minutes gone. Are we getting penalties? Last chance. Chelsea with a long kick. Brought down. Has a heavy touch. Ref, please do everyone a favour. End the game. We don't want to watch anymore. 30 minutes have gone. Blow your whistle, ref. I can't watch no more of this. Just go to penalties. Paddy Power just tweeted, Ross Barkley's agent probably doesn't even remember that he's still a Chelsea player. I bet he does, man, because he still gets that money every year. Luis Diaz got man of the match. It was very dangerous in the game. Just didn't get that goal. Last chance, people. Liverpool on the attack. Simicast whips it in, overhits the cross, goes to the back post, headed away. He's offside, Jota, anyway. Just end it, man. We don't want to watch any more of this. We got some breaking news. Some people just put it in the chat. Paul Pogba's agent will be in Turin on Monday to meet with Juventus. Salary is still the main issue for a potential comeback, while Pogba is exploring his options. PSG are also in talks with Pogba's agents. Paul is not tempted to go to Manchester City. Full-time whistle goes of the most painful, draining, woeful FA Cup final I have ever seen. And now we can at least have maybe 5 minutes of excitement as we watch a penalty shootout. Absolute stinker of a game. Almost fell asleep watching that. But at least we have penalties. Who's going to win it? Liverpool won the last one. And the interesting thing is he hasn't obviously subbed off the goalkeeper. So Mendy's going to be in goal this time. He's got a chance to prove himself because, let's face it, he was done dirty last time getting dragged. Carabao final rewind. I tell you what, Chelsea and Liverpool fans in the chat, you must be nervous. It doesn't matter even if you can win 3-4 trophies. This is the FA Cup, man. It's bigger than the Carabao Cup. Econ Wizard said, I genuinely feel knackered. Bruv, feel like I just played 90 minutes. Wow, he's having the convo with him. What's he saying? Thomas Tuchel with his arms around Mendy's probably saying, bro, I did you dirty last time. That's what I was thinking, James. Can you make substitutions? Now it's gone to penalty. Surely not. I don't think you can. I think you have to make them in play. Patrick said he's a gooner, but he can't stand Jurgen Klopp. Interesting. You don't like him. He does rub some people up though, because he's a little bit arrogant, but he is a great manager. Ali G said, I did fall asleep during the 90 minutes extra time. No better. No better at all. I think it got worse. Pep Teta said, you deserve 5k for this boring match. You made us really enjoy it with your voice. Thank you, Big C. Listen, man, you know me, people. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, support the channel. If you're on Twitch, follow on Twitch. Like the video. That's all I ask people. If you can do that, it's much appreciated. We keep it moving. 1,100 of you in the chat. Great support. The game was a shambles, but I have to admit, the community, you carried me through. I was genuinely yawning in the first half. It's going to penalties. Give me your predictions, people. I would say see, there's two narratives here. On one hand, Liverpool go marching on. They're trying to get the quadruple and they win. On the other hand, you would say Mendy got took off in the Carabao Cup final. Now he's going to be the hero and Chelsea are going to win. It's going to be one of those two, in my opinion. I don't know. We're going to find out now. It's always interesting who wins the coin toss because you always naturally want to take the penalties in front of your own fans because they're cheering for you, the energy and all of that. So David said 8-7 to Chelsea. Henderson will miss. Bro, if that comes in, you want to get a bet on that. Mark said, I don't want to see Klopp punch in the ear to the fans, so come on Chelsea. And Mark's an Arsenal fan. He doesn't want Liverpool. You know, Klopp does that treble punch all the time. People can't stand him. Patrick said, I'm probably older than most here. Liverpool are the enemy. Chelsea are a small club. So you probably want Liverpool to lose, right? I'm assuming what you're saying is we had a big rivalry with Liverpool back in the day. Hasn't been so much at the forefront over recent times. Vinyl London said he's been out for his girl's birthday. I see. I haven't missed much, bro. You haven't missed anything. Gambian Guna saying 9-8 Liverpool win. Ish said 11-10 Mendy miss. 3-0 Chelsea, said MD. Hat-trick of saves from Mendy. More of you are going for Chelsea win. I think we can all see Mendy making saves. That's what it is, man. He doesn't actually have a great record at saving penalties, Mendy. This is the reason that Kepa was getting picked ahead of him from penalty shootouts. So let's see, people. Now, they're taking the penalties at the Chelsea end. That's the first little psychological victory. You always want to take the penalties in front of your own fans. Colin said, I don't want Liverpool to get the quad. Yeah, listen, I can understand. A lot of opposing fans don't want to see Liverpool get a quad because they'll go down as probably the greatest club team of this generation in the Prem. Chelsea to take the first penalty. Marcus Alonso, left-footed, up against Alisson. Man said, drinking out of a cup with your own face on. Big C's a narcissist. Cruz is here. Cruz is joining in for the penalty shootout. He's got the Arsenal shirt on. Let's go. Right, Alonso.
Blue for Chelsea. I'm not having Liverpool win the quadruple.
I hear you. We don't want them winning the quad, innit? Because they're going to say they're better than the Invincibles. We can't have that. Nah. Right, here we go. Marcus Alonso. Alonso against Alisson.
Come on.
Here we go. Referee blows the whistle. Alonso against Alisson.
Come on.
Yeah! Hey, don't celebrate too much, you know. We're still Arsenal. We're not getting hyped.
Yeah.
Do you know, I know what you're saying. Good penalty. Alonso scores. Keeper's right. Keeper's right, and he scores. Did I see you tweet of Cedric not touching Son? No, I don't think so. The slow-mo. No, I didn't tweet that. Unless I retweeted it. Big up, man. Community's bigging you up. Here we go. Liverpool, first penalty. against
Don't want
Mendy.
him to score, man.
James Milner, he's a very good penalty taker. I can't lie. Do you know what? I'm a bit caught who I want to win, yeah, because on one hand, I don't want Liverpool to win the quad because then they're going to mash up the Invincibles. But I don't like Chelsea really either because we've got a bit of a rivalry with Chelsea.
Come on, Mendy.
James Milner against Mendy. He was dropped for the last final. Mendy is Milner. Slow run up. Oh, scores.
James.
He gets a hand to it but goes in.
Favorite keeper in the world, man.
Perth Aussie Gooner said, I'm with Cruz. Can't have Liverpool winning. Keep getting him Arsenal gear. Can't have him jumping ship. You're in too deep. You're too far in now. You can't get out of Arsenal. It's a lifetime contract. The good times will come back, but you might be as old as me when the good times come back. You know what I mean? Next penalty for Chelsea. Who's taking it? Who's that?
That's
Aspilicueta. He's only just come on. Captain Aspie.
Come on.
Meant to be leaving at the end of the season. Could be going Barcelona. I've never really seen him take penalties. Aspilicueta. He's missed it! Cesar Aspilicueta. Why? Like, I'm sorry. I don't know why. I kind of find it funny that he missed because when he against Arsenal, man, he was talking smack, man. Remember after the game.
I don't care.
It's the post. Keeper goes the right way. Tries to open up. Aspilicueta misses the penalty. Cesar C unit. Liverpool in dreamland. Liverpool in dreamland. Alisson punch in the sky. He didn't save it anyway, but listen, Benzema might deal with Liverpool in the Champions League final anyway. Man City probably going to win the title. I don't think they're going to win a quad anyway.
Quadruple.
They're not winning the quadruple. Thiago against Mendy. Nah, man.
If they win this,
Man City will win the league, man. Thiago against Mendy. Thiago against Mendy. What a penalty! What a penalty! No, that ain't the post.
Yeah. No.
He didn't dink it. He done the slow run up and put him down. Post and
he dinked it at the post.
Yeah, dinked it at the post. Thiago, that is as cool as you like, people. Reece James, I think Chelsea are in trouble. Because I never seen this guy, Reece James, take a penalty. Thiago, that penalty is ridiculous. Slow stuttering run up, sits the keeper down, whips it to his right post and in. Are you winding me up? That's ridiculous. Liverpool did a dirty to Arsenal, let them lose. Absolutely mugged off Mendy. Reece James, oh, what a penalty. Puts it straight down the middle. I always think at this, don't you think at this level, a penalty down the middle is a good penalty because they always dive out the way. Look how calm he hit that penalty.
He's literally just
strolled up to it. I thought Reece James might miss. I didn't actually think he was that good at penalty.
Like Benzema's penalty.
Yeah,
he
Benzema
really
chip.
dink it.
Bobby Firmino against Mendy. Liverpool a 2-2. This is their penalty.
Come on, Mendy.
Cruz is pretty good at pens, although you did miss one last week, didn't you?
Yeah.
We practiced midweek, so hopefully if you get one tomorrow, you get one.
I've missed 3 out of my last 5.
3 out your last 5? No, we need more practice then. That's not good enough. Right, here's Bobby Firmino against Mendy. Stuttered run up. Firmino scores. Puts it high above Mendy. I always thought Bobby was going to score, man. He's good. Maybe this is why Mendy doesn't go in goal. You don't save nothing. The keepers always dive. They don't want to look lazy. Yeah, they can't stand down the middle because at this level, the penalties are so precise, they're not going to reach it in time. It's a great penalty.
Come on, you got to reach
Nah,
that,
it's
man.
too high for him, man. Next penalty for... Who's that?
That's...
Ross Barkley. I mean, look, man. Do you know what? Barkley's got techers, yeah, but he's just come off the bench. You've seen it in the Euros, man. Ross Barkley against Alisson. I'm calling it. I think Barkley's going to miss.
Barkley's scoring.
I think he's missed it.
He scored.
Good,
That's what I'm saying.
good. Bro, yo, calm down with that smack talk, you know. We ain't Chelsea fans.
I know.
I don't mind Chelsea.
I'm not having Liverpool winning no quadruple.
They ain't going to win the quad. Man City got the league, man. Don't worry, man.
I don't even want them winning a treble.
Benzema in the final, man. He's got this, man. Big body Benz.
Don't mind the double.
Who's this? Trent.
He's
You know, you know I always big this guy up. No, but listen, has he dealt with pressure like this before? anyone can have techers, yeah, but pressure's a different
He's
thing,
played
man.
in the Champions League.
Yeah, man, relax with these Chelsea celebrations, man. I don't mind Chelsea losing. I don't mind, I can't lie. Here we go, Trent. And you know what? I always big Trent up so much here that I want him to score.
Nah.
Trent, he's got so much techers, but pressure bust pipes, man.
Lays
Trent
no
against
over.
Mendy.
Oh.
Talk to that penalty, mate. Sends him the wrong way. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Number 66, Trent Alexander-Arnold. How about Chelsea? You're mad, fam. You know,
He is a baller.
I'm not going to lie here. I don't mind Liverpool winning. I just don't want them to win the quad. And I don't think they are going to win the quad.
Because
City will win the title, man. If they beat West Ham tomorrow, they've basically won the league. Here we go. The Kangaroos taking the penalty. This Kangaroo's going to miss.
This Kangaroo's going to score.
Jorginho's going to miss doing a kangaroo jump. Watch this. Watch this silly jump and run up. If Jorginho misses, Chelsea have lost the FA Cup final. Here comes Jorginho, the kangaroo. I think he's going to jump up and then miss. Here we go. Oh, he scores. But you see he changed his run up. Didn't take the kangaroo jump this time, did he? He thought, you know what, I better not do it. You can't lose the FA Cup final jumping up like a kangaroo. You know what I mean? If you done that kangaroo run up and missed, you go in bed early that night, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't want no kangaroo run-ups. Yeah, Crew's too honest. You know the Utes, them, they can't lie. And you know, look at this. I'm sure Mane does this every time. Mane took the winning penalty for Senegal in the AFCON. He took the winning penalty in the World Cup qualifier. If Mane scores...
Miss.
I want Mane to score, man.
Miss.
I want Mane to score, man.
BLM.
We need... No, man said BLM. You're moving mad, fam. Listen, but Mendy's in goal, so it's BLM anyway. It's all that. You know what I mean? Mane's a hero, man. Listen, what we need, because if Chelsea suffer, we can overtake Chelsea next year. Then we're third in the pecking order. Then we start hunting down Chelsea, and then we start hunting down... Here's Mane to win the FA Cup. He's missed it! Mane misses! Oh, my days. That's his teammate, innit? Don't they both play for Senegal?
Yep.
Mendy saved the penalty. Can you believe it? Imagine how many penalties he's took against him. It's an awful penalty. Why does Mane not just smash it down the middle?
In the
Tuchel's going crazy. Awful. Yeah, they're both from Senegal.
in AFCON.
Come on, hey, Ola, man's. Oh, Mendy knows him. 4-4, we're level. Ziyech, there's blue smoke on the pitch. Hey, big up Stephen Morris. Thank you very much, bro. He said for Cruz, big up Mini Curtis. What'd you say, man?
Thank you.
Big him up, man. Stephen Morris, big up yourself.
Big up.
Ziyech with the penalty to Chelsea. They're 4-4 at the moment. Can't believe Mane's missed. I'm hurt, man. I like Mane. Oh, Mane. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, we need to get you a microphone next time. I've got a spare mic, but it would have took me. I would have had to set it up and everything.
Old one. It's probably got dust.
Yeah, don't worry, man. We'll brush that off and keep it moving. You know what I mean? Big up, Stephen. I appreciate that, man. Broad said that save woke me up. It's Hakim Ziyech for Chelsea. Next penalty.
Score.
Runs up. Scores.
Yeah.
If Liverpool miss this penalty, they've lost. Who takes
Come
this
on,
penalty?
Miss.
Who's gonna take the next penalty? Someone called it in the chat that Henderson's gonna miss the winning penalty.
Yeah.
Wow. Who is it? Is it Henderson?
It is.
Let's see who it is. Chelsea have turned it around. Who's that?
Diego Jota.
Jota. I haven't really seen Jota take penalties, but he's a good goal scorer. If Jota misses this penalty, Chelsea win the FA. Controller shaking settings, man. You know when the controller starts vibrating on FIFA? Just because it's nerve-wracking. Here we go. Diogo Jota against Mendy. I'm nervous for him. Let's see. He looks calm, but Mendy's a serious keeper. Jota against Mendy. If he misses, Chelsea win the FA Cup. Jota with the run-up. Scores! What a penalty that is. Sends him the wrong way. We're back level, people. Is Cruz coming to America for the Curtis Shaw show? Hopefully. We'll see, man. Try and get you over there. What are you saying? America tour, Florida?
Yeah.
Bit of Disney World?
Meet some American YouTubers.
Come on, man. You know what I mean? Hopefully Arsenal. Ooh, we got Chelsea over there, actually. They're playing against Chelsea. Prince said, I'm a gunner, but I want Chelsea to win. Here's Mason Mount with the next penalty. That was a great penalty from Jota under pressure, top bins. Mason Mount is a techie baller, man, but pressure. Can he handle the pressure? Mason Mount against Alisson. Here we go. Mount, run up. Saved by Alisson! No. Whoa! Do you know what's crazy? The ball was backspinning towards the goal. Imagine if he'd done that. Remember that YouTube video where the goalkeeper runs off and it spins back?
Yeah.
Mason Mount with the miss. We call him Pace and Pound. Pace and Pound misses the penalty. Alisson, best keeper in the Prem. I said it, man. He's better than Mendy, fam. I'm telling you. Who's going to score the winner? Tsimikas. I ain't even really...
Please miss.
He's going to score. He's going to score. I've never really seen him take penalties. Misikas. I know he's quite techie, to be fair. Tsimikas against Mendy to win the FA Cup final. Here we go. Here we go.
He overhits all his crosses.
He does, to be fair. It's Tsimikas. They've won it! Liverpool have won the FA Cup final! Tsimikas slots it into the corner. Keeper's right. Mendy goes the wrong way. And Liverpool are the 2022 FA Cup winners. They've completed the domestic cup treble. Listen, man, you see me. No. Don't do all that. We ain't crying for Chelsea. Let Chelsea suffer, man. Listen, I'm about foundations. Listen, I'm an Arsenal fan. I don't care about none of these teams. But I've got more respect for Liverpool than Chelsea, man. Chelsea, nah, man. But I don't want them winning the quaddie. I can't lie. They need to relax. Broad said you'll never walk alone. They won it. Mane, man, he must be so relieved, man. Missed the penalty. Domestic double. Domestic double for Liverpool. 2 down, 2 to go. They're firing. They're firing. Domestic double for Liverpool. Fair play to them. Boring cup final. At least we got the excitement of penalties anyway, man. Well done to him. Listen, I've got no real time for Chelsea anyway. We've had that. Usually throwing up L's then. London is red and it always will be. Show him the badge. Show him the badge. Let him know. What badge? Bro, you're pointing at... There you go. Although that's not the red badge, but we know what it is. Them cannons firing, man. Don't worry about Chelsea, man. What's that Chelsea badge? A lion? Tiger? Maybe a cat. Just a cat now. They're broke, innit? They're a cat. But anyway, people... Big up to everyone for tuning in. I got to go and make dinner. Daddy duty's cool. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Do you want to do the outro? Let the people know what to do, man. Hit the like button.
Hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Peace.
Take care, everyone. I'll be back tomorrow evening. I'll do an Arsenal preview for the game. It will be later on. I'll let you know. Probably be about 6, 7 o'clock tomorrow. Monday, we'll do the watch-along for Arsenal. Big up to all of you for tuning in. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. It was a painful watch-along. But Liverpool, 2022, FA Cup winners, Chelsea. London is still red, my friend. Take care, everyone. Bless.